I think it's live, I'm not sure. I haven't done this kind of streams in a long time. Welcome everyone to the FIDE Candidates 2020. We are following round one. We are awaiting the first couple of moves. And if I understand the schedule correctly, we should receive moves any minute. I will be joined by my friend who is outside. He will be right with us. And today we are following 4 games. We have Ashiela Grav against Caruana on board 1. We have Ding Liren with white against Wang Hao on board number 2. Anish Giri against Yanni Pomnishi on board number 3. And Alexander Grishuk against Kirill Alexienko on board number 4. And yeah, so the games are still not taking place, and usually I'm starting the stream in the last minute and the players already make moves, but this time around it seems like it's been the other way, and we are off with the first move in Vashiev versus Caruana. That's already quite a big surprise. Vashiev played 1 d4. E4 is his usual move with the white pieces, and on board number 2, let's have a quick look. We have Ding Liren playing 1 c4 against Wang Hao, which is quite a modern approach to the opening. E4 and d4 being the main 2 moves. C4 is a little bit more, I like to call it the intelligent move, trying to kind of outsmart the opponent in terms of move order tricks and some sort of a little bit slower, more sophisticated play. And we already have a response. This is called the reverse Sicilian, because it's just like the Sicilian defense but reversed. So this is the game Ding Liren Wang Hao, the Chinese derby. Now on board 3, Anish Giri played knight f3, knight f6 against Yanni Pomnishi, and we can expect c4, c5 to take place, or g3, c5. That's what I believe would probably take place on the next couple of moves. I'll have a quick look in the chat to see if people can hear me and things are well. Giri played knight f3, it seems like it's working. Here 1 b3 between Grishuk and Alexienko. Very interesting opening choice. Quite rare, and it makes sense because in this Russian derby, Alexienko is very new to the top tournaments, and he must have been excited to come over to this event, and he probably prepared very heavily against e4 and against d4 and all the moves that the players have played in the past. So probably in Grishuk's point of view, just to surprise his opponent and get a game is a good idea, because in an actual chess game, Grishuk's strength is probably higher, at least according to the expectations. So he knew in advance also that he will play b3, so he could have prepared something. So not only that he will most probably get a game, he may get into a position where he knows the opening better than his opponent and can prepare something, even though it might not be an advantage for white. So soon we will have our friend join us.
Hello?
Yes.
Honey, I'm home.
Hey. So this is Dan. Yes, and we already have 7 full viewers.
Full?
Yeah.
Where am I? Why am I not here? Why do I not see myself?
This is the in the stream we have a 15 seconds delay.
Oh, you're scared that people are gonna stream snipe you and beat you in chess, huh?
Yeah.
But what does it matter? They see the same thing you see.
They see it in delay. So yeah. So we have 4 games taking place. Dan here is a good friend and also happens to be, should I say, a student of mine. And in a...
Am I your worst student?
Not really.
Not really?
But the most creative one, definitely. And now we suddenly have a blast of moves on the first board. It was stuck for a moment. what I do with Dan normally is that we play 10-minute games online, and I guide him through questions, and he actually improved his level very quickly, although it's still somewhere near.
I learned you need to learn to castle quick.
Yes.
Take control of the middle, castle quick.
Yes. And what I hope to achieve with these kind of streams, we have other guests like Dan, which are probably interested in chess from another perspective, from such of a professional, so to speak. And he can probably, I mean, this is your first time seeing a top level chess event, right? So probably this is all new to you, and you don't really know what you're watching.
No.
Okay, so
I mean, I'm watching the same thing I normally watch, but this is got some big names behind it.
Yeah, and you didn't really make the moves yourself this time.
No.
So we have 4 players. So I will just have a quick summary of what's going to happen in this tournament. It's a 14-round event, 8 players, so they play with both colors against each other, and the winner will play a match against Magnus Carlsen, and they all probably are here to try to become world champion. So this is the goal of this tournament. This is round 1, and here we already have what is referred to as a mainline position, a very fashionable line between Maxime Vachier-Lagrave and Fabiano Caruana, which are 2 of the favorites to actually win the event. So it's an important game. So it started with e4, e5. This is a normal opening, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5. This is called the Spanish opening, and a6. Now bishop a4, knight f6. This is all well known and has been played like I don't know, thousands or tens of thousands of times at the very least. And this is not even the beginning of this opening. b5, bishop b3, now bishop c5. And this is a fashionable move, which Caruana has been playing for many years now. And let's see what she has prepared. This position was checked by both players with computers like for probably dozens of hours, and each one is trying to come up with the smallest detail in some line. So black remembers how to respond against all the lines, and white tries to go with one line very, very deeply and prepare something there that might be new or very sophisticated. So for this I will have to check my own database very soon to see when they actually make something that wasn't played with before, because I don't really know this line. So c3, d6, so far it's the main line, d4, and now the fashionable line is this pawn sacrifice, a5. I played it myself, and I know that black is not supposed to take this pawn even though it looks good, but I still don't remember why. I actually had this position on the board, and when my opponent was thinking, I was like, wait, what is going on if he takes with the knight? And I wasn't sure, and probably I should take here, and I should be better, but yeah, sacrificing pawns is something that I like to do, and I'm not always sure why or what's going on if they take it, but they never do. They don't like my pawns. So bishop a7 was played, h3, so to prevent bishop g4 coming, because this square is very important. You see, this square is supported by 3 pieces of white and attacked 3 times by black. So for now it's okay, it's secured, but if black, let's say I play any random move, so I play rook e1 and black gets to play bishop g4, then this pawn is now in danger. And there is no real way to protect it, and I don't want to move it also. I want to keep it there, like it's like a wall that prevents this bishop from being active and holds everything in the center together. So h3 is a nice move. It's always useful to have a window for the king, and it prevents this threat. Then black castled, and now white is thinking. He has a choice between this and the more attacking move, bishop g5, which has some ideas connected with a piece sacrifice sometimes, and trying to attack black once again. So this is the position on the board right now. Yeah, let's have a look at the second game. So,
Ooh, 4 moves.
Yes, they like to think, yeah? Some players tend to have this idea. So c4, e5. I'm sure you may have seen the Sicilian defense before as white. So this is called the reverse Sicilian, as I said earlier, because it's exactly the same position but with colors reversed. So white has an extra move. So he plays the black pieces but with an improvement. So now they went here and the same move just like in the previous game. Bishop c5. Now d3. This is a very subtle move. He's just waiting. Usually they play knight here or knight here and try to get some attacking position going on and get the pawns to push a little bit farther, but the second ranked player in the tournament, Ding Liren from China, against his Chinese opponent, doesn't want to enter a theoretical battle. He just wants to play a game, so he just puts the pawn here. Now show me what you want gonna do. I'm just gonna put my pieces in some normal places and enjoy the game. Castles, and we can expect him to take knight out and castle, and we'll see how this develops. Okay, game number 3. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm actually gonna challenge you because I don't understand it myself. So
you're gonna challenge me?
Yes, yes. So this is already okay. Yeah, knight f3, knight f6. So far, it makes sense. Also, the second move makes a lot of sense. c4, c5. The third move also makes perfect sense. Until this point, both players didn't do anything crazy. Now it all begins. White already tries to take over the center. Black captures. Knight takes d4. They broke the symmetry. White is threatening to also grab space and take over the center here. So black plays this to prepare bishop b4 and pinning the knight. So it prevents this in a way. g3 was played. Now the bishop is coming from here. And now they play this very, very complicated moves. Queen b6, attacking the knight. And white has many moves, but the only one that is considered to fight for the advantage is to jump here. You want to move forward in chess. But then black plays this. So he protects from knight d6 check. He opened for the queen, but at the same time he attacked this pawn. And for some reason the main move here is bishop f4, allowing black to take, which he doesn't do. And now they played this move, threatening queen takes f2 check. Now white played a rare move, I think. If I'm not wrong, what he did wasn't the most popular, but I'm not sure. He played e3. I don't remember this theory at all. I never played it with either color. So now black played a6, attacking the knight. White played h3, attacking this knight. So now the action starts. Takes, and black is winning a pawn. But white doesn't care. He's still in his home preparation. He just played rook c1, and he has a better development. He wants to put pressure on black's position. This pawn is weak. And frankly, this is very, very complicated. So these kind of sharp games usually go in one of two directions. Either both players are very well prepared and they make a quick draw after 10 more moves, or one of them doesn't remember what's going on and they mess up. And then it becomes even more interesting.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
He opened up the lane of the rook, right?
Yes, the H file, yeah.
Which you can bring to 5.
Yes.
And add another attack to the pawn.
Yeah, that's actually a nice idea. I didn't see that. And in this position...
How can he stop him?
Well, probably there are more urgent questions in this position. Black needs to find a place for his king. His king won't be secure here because of the H file, but it also won't be secured on the queen side because they have all these lines open. Yeah. So now the question is, where do we put it? Because also in the center it's not so good. Center will be open sooner or later. So probably the solution for black is to try to make a lot of active moves and get to exchange queens or achieve some form of counterplay very quickly. So without knowing anything about the position, we first can notice that this pawn is hanging. So black can try to take it. I have no idea what's going on afterwards, but I can only assume that if you attack my queen, I'm going to move it. Now the knight cannot go here because I take and there is a pin for the queen. So you have to go this way, or here, or protect the knight. Let's start with this one. Then I will probably take this. And although black is a pawn up, I'm threatening this deadly move, knight to c7. And this is a fork on the king and the rook. And black will be in trouble. So it might still be interesting, but I don't really see a good move for black. So
it's black's turn?
Yeah. So instead of being greedy, normally speaking, what you want to do is to bring more pieces to the game. So a logical move would be to develop this bishop here. And now I kind of neutralized your rook h5 move because you're no longer threatening this.
Right.
And then maybe
Why am I no longer threatening it?
Because I can take and the knight is pinned. Yeah. And I am also
remind me not to play against you.
I will. Rook takes a2, and is another threat because the knight is pinned. It doesn't attack this, it doesn't protect that. So black should probably do something like this, but at the same time it might be a mistake. I have no idea what's the right move. The position is very complicated, and once they actually make a move, we will see. Judging by the fact that black is thinking, he's also caught a little bit surprised.
Should I not just talababala with my bishop?
This one?
No.
Or this?
Yes.
Just take?
Yes.
But
so I can castle.
It makes sense, but I think white's plan is to leave the rook here and prevent black from castling and activate the pieces. So for example, queen b3 comes to mind, attacking the bishop and threatening to alababala the knight with the bishop and queen. But here I have no idea what's going on, so that's why I'm trying to pretend that I'm explaining to you. This way
you can explain it to yourself out loud.
Yes, and maybe make sense of it. So let's move on to game 4 and wait for him to make his own move, and then we'll pretend to explain why he did it. So board number 4, nothing changed. No, it's not the same board. They have the same position on 2 boards, or is it a mistake?
No, they have.
No. It was just a mistake on the stream.
It's the same position.
No, but I have seen already a different move in the.
Yeah,
because I've seen this move in this game, and I think that they are having a mistake.
Because look here at number 2, they're already up ahead.
Yeah.
And here.
No, but it's
they just moved.
But it's not the same game.
Yeah, it's not the same game. It's a different position.
It's really weird because
they started exactly the same. But
earlier when I started the stream in the first minute, this move was on the board, and then I was explaining that why white tried this move.
Listen, man, I wasn't here, so I don't know what you imagined.
I'll watch the video afterwards to see what actually happened. But this was here. This is what I was talking about, and then a few minutes later I come back and something else entirely is on the board. So c4, e5, the reverse Sicilian once again, and here they didn't play c6 but d5, which is a popular move nowadays. Takes. Let's see, almost the same position. Yeah, and here black decided to castle instead of playing d5, and then after knight c3 to play c6 and build up the center this way. But now after knight f3, this pawn is a little bit attacked, so black went with d6, and they are playing much more solid in a way. So from my perspective as a chess lover, this game is probably not going to be too eventful. This one, on the other hand, we'll probably spend more time on. Let's get back to game number 1. It's probably the important game of the round. They made another 2 or 3 moves, so yeah. So remember here I said he will play one of these 2 moves probably, it's time to develop the bishop because he wants to put the knight here without blocking the bishop. So he put it on e3, takes. A funny trap is that you cannot take this free pawn. Do you want to try to find why? I can challenge you and the viewers at the same time. What is the trap that white has laid to black? How does white win material now?
How does white win material now?
Yes. And while you think, I have a chance to grab a quick look at the chat. We have Yoav Milikov with us, who's used to watch me when I started off the channel as a kid. Still a kid, but a bit older nowadays. And now he has his own YouTube channel. And he's beating some grandmasters over there.
Nice.
So shout out to Yoav Milikov.
Yeah, by the way, I need some help from the chat to understand what...
They don't suggest anything so far, but
it's 15 seconds behind. So
yeah, so let's wait for 15 seconds.
we wait for 15 seconds. Chat, help!
Yeah.
Okay, I can attack the queen with the bishop. I'm talking options. Let's
okay.
brainstorm options.
Okay, I agree.
I can attack the queen, right? I don't know if I win material this way.
So is this square occupied by any pieces?
I mean, yeah, there's the... Yeah, okay. Right.
Yeah. But it's a good idea, generally speaking. It's just,
right. That was the last move, right?
Knight takes e4.
Okay, yeah.
So, when thinking about, let's call it tactics or traps, we want to think about pieces of the opponent that are undefended. So if you will spot which two pieces are undefended...
Okay, if I move the pawn up here...
So let's first ask which pieces on the black's camp are hanging or undefended.
1, 2, 3.
This one is defended by the knight.
Yes.
This one is defended by both of them.
Yes.
So
the knight.
The knight, yeah. And which other piece?
Which other piece
is undefended?
Other than the knight.
Yes.
The other knight.
So what can you do when you play chess in the middle of the night?
Is that like a question I should know?
It was a pun. Yeah.
It was a pun. No, but is it like some sort of knight in the side is bad for your eyes?
A knight on the rim is dim. In English it doesn't sound as good. Or grim? I don't know. Yeah, dim. So here, if you see both of them are hanging, you are halfway there because you just need to attack them.
I need to attack them.
If you can do this.
Oh yeah, okay. So I move the bishop up here. Yeah.
Yeah, in the middle of the night.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you attack two of them and you win a piece. So this is the trap.
Okay.
It's always nice.
And it happened, right? The black played
this. He didn't fall for it, believe it or not. But
you played it.
Yeah, I wanted to demonstrate why the pawn is not hanging. This pawn is indirectly protected.
What are they saying?
Yes, we have Stan Blamerson who said the answer just after we mentioned it.
You see? No, but he said it 15 seconds with the delay.
Yeah, so he was before. Yeah.
Yay, winner!
Yes. And speaking of b4, the knight moved to the b4 square, and now he's threatening to take.
Okay.
Because this knight is not here anymore.
But that knight is still hanging.
That's true. You're already thinking in good terms, but it's not available to be attacked together with the other one. So now what white is probably going to do, and he already did, is develop his own knight and protect this pawn. Now black develops his bishop and renews the threat on this pawn, and white has to make a decision whether he wants to defend it. This is one example. This is another potential example for defense, or do something more active. So he could go with the bishop here and pin the knight. He could potentially block this, but this actually runs into bishop takes e3 and then he doubles his pawns. So he has a very important decision to make. I don't really know what I would do here. It's hard to suggest anything. The game's games 1 and 3 are very complicated, and games 2 and 4 are almost identically, let's call it, solid. Let's be polite. So, which game do you want to see?
All of them?
Now, I mean, the crazy one or the easier?
Let's go with
Wants to
easier.
say.
And then
Yeah.
how
So game number 2.
2 more moves.
Yes. So after the move d6, this is where we last stopped. Castles and rook e8. So black prepares this potential d5 push for later, and the pawn is protected from the knight. And now white's main concern is where to put this bishop on c1, and he could either put it on the long diagonal or place it on one of these squares. He could also wait. Another option is like rook here and try to get this pawn to push and grab space before developing the bishop, which actually makes sense to me. However, if you do this, they will prevent you from getting b4, so I really cannot guess what white will do. This position is simple, but at the same time very difficult to play. It requires a lot of chess understanding, because there are big strategical difference between such moves that even I don't understand without properly studying the position. So I, as a weak grandmaster, yeah. So rook b1 wasn't played yet, but yeah. So do you like the idea of playing this position as white?
No, I have no idea. I would just play the bishop to the knight. Yeah, that's what I would do.
And here they attack it.
It's
Exchange.
Yeah. Ala babala.
Now knight e4, attacking both. This could be an idea. So probably h6.
Why would
Yeah.
he take with the queen though?
Because this
yeah,
opens
of
the
course.
king.
Right.
So
You moved too fast. I didn't even notice black castled.
yeah. Speed is all I have left nowadays. h6 is probably a mistake, because you can take and bring your knight here. So I should probably bring the other knight and defend. But now you can do the same thing. Knight e4 attacks the bishop.
Yeah, and the knight is pinned.
The knight cannot grab because of the queen being hanging. So yeah, I don't know what can.
That's what I would do as a weak non-grandmaster.
Yeah.
As just a weak chess player.
Soon we will see what Dingley Rain will do as a top 3 player in the world, who also happens to be probably a bit younger than us, from China. I actually played against him once when we were both almost 20 years old, and I had a winning position against him with black.
Really?
Yeah, and then I lost. And after the game, he was so nice. It was the World Championship under 20, and he was the top seed. He was ranked number 1, and he sat with me for almost 1 hour, and we talked about the game. We talked about chess. I even asked him a few questions about Go, and he was just very patient and humble, and answered all my questions. Okay, knight a4 was played, so he wants the bishop. He doesn't want to wait to take it. And I have a guess why, because if you play this, maybe this bishop goes here, and now after knight a4 it can run away, and he wants to exchange it, so he plays this. But now there is a nice little idea that if I go bishop b4, you still cannot trap my bishop or get it for the knight, because I can run away from here. So I'm very curious.
But look how many developments is white.
Yeah, I grab space with tempo.
Yeah, I mean, he moved his bishop 3 times in this kind of positions, while you moved 2 pawns.
Yeah,
So that's not that bad.
I agree. I just realized that I wanted the stream to be shown on the Lichess website, and for that I have to put lichess.org in the title, and I forgot to do that.
I don't understand what you just said.
Yeah, I will fix it soon, and
What do you mean?
then it will be clear.
You wanted the stream?
In the title of the video, I think I should change it as we are streaming and add the word on lichess.org, something like that, and then we will have a little bit more viewers.
Why do you care?
That's a good question. Maybe they care
Maybe.
of the stream, but
Hey, look how big you are.
yeah. That's why I stream. I want to feel a little bit bigger. So rook c1 was played, and then he played d5. So I didn't predict the move. I thought bishop b4 was an option. So d5. It defends the knight, and it also defends against your idea, because then the pawn is blocking everything. So probably a good move. And white then played b3. So he wants to kick the knight away and take the pawn, collect the trophy afterwards. The knight probably should go somewhere and defend it, so either from here or from here. But if he goes here, it can be taken sometimes, so it's not a ninth idea.
But don't I prefer my queen in the center over there, protecting my two pawns?
We have to take care of this guy.
I mean, this
So
guy...
I think knight a3 makes a lot of sense to me, to protect it.
Okay.
And now, I don't know what white is planning. It's very hard to say. But
Because let's say you move... No, let's say the knight moves the other way to protect the pawn, right?
I mean here,
Yes. And then you exchange.
and then I take here with check.
Yeah, you exchange with the queen, right? Yes. You take.
Ah no,
check.
but actually, yeah. You go
Okay.
here, and maybe now I actually castle.
Ah, okay. Once you cancel, okay, you take with check. That's what I was missing.
Yeah,
Because I wanted say you don't take with check,
yeah,
which is the only option to do, right?
yeah. Let's say I.
No, you take with. Yeah, okay. Let's say then you can check. He takes with the.
Like here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I wanted to take with the bishop.
Yeah.
But b3 was played, and now black is thinking. I predict this to be a more stubborn move because it protects the pawn and doesn't allow white to get his material back. And now I'm trying to think what does white want here? Maybe this move is part of his preparation. He's attacking the queen, sacrificing the bishop, and if you take, boom. Playing this, and I want to give a check next. The only reason I think this might be wrong is that you have a check here, and then you want to take my knight.
Yeah, but I put the pawn here.
And I can take with the bishop, unfortunately. So now after b3, knight a3, I still don't see a good move for white. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. White played very quickly so far, so they must still be in home
What's the
preparation.
time on these?
We can see the clock somewhere.
Do we have subtitles?
Only if
Take with
people
the
have it in the definition. Like you can
It's
press
a
to
good
have.
move.
You can
It's
press.
hearing us and making subtitles as we go, as we live.
Yeah, this is
Oh my
YouTube
God.
algorithm.
Google
Yeah,
is insane.
yeah. I'm sure it's
We're
not
just
perfect.
speaking and it's subtitling us.
Yeah, but I'm sure with our pronunciation, it could be funny to see
Oh,
what it
man.
actually writes. So
Yes,
Yeah.
only people. Definition. You press. Okay, the subtitles are wrong.
yeah,
Subtitles are live. Yeah, this is your children. Sorry, guys. This is 15 seconds before, so
yeah.
surfing and it's subtitling us.
No, it's not perfect.
It's not perfect. It's
But-
getting there.
But maybe someone doesn't want to hear our voice, so they just mute us. Maybe they would.
He's like, what the hell are they talking about?
They are watching this live secretly, and they just read the subtitles. So now After knight a3, we have to come up with a move. So I want to think. But it's not so easy for me. I have an idea. It's probably not so good, but this. I'm attacking the pawn here, so I renew the threat of knight takes, but I also want to take here. This could be a nice idea.
Okay, but then I can pin you with the bishop.
This one?
Yes. I can pin the knight.
Yeah, but then I take. The knight is defended by the rook. Still very complicated.
Okay, okay. Yeah, the next is... Why are you going to riches.org again?
Because if I'm connected, if I'm logged in while having this in the title, then we'll get this TV. You see this? Now one of the 43,000 people or more can see it and press the button to see. And there's also this thing. So it could help people hear about us. So b3, they're still thinking. Let's move on to game number 4. Knight takes c3. B takes c3, castles, and now queen c2. I have no idea what this is. The way they taught me is you need to develop the knight, castle, and so on. These guys are checking with the latest chess engines, and they are just playing these kind of moves that probably has a very deep idea behind them that I can't really understand or put into words.
Or not.
Yeah, but he did play this quite fast. So it must be some sort of preparation. So
yeah, now you can develop your knight.
With white or black?
With white.
So for example here you want to go here. Yeah, but I don't know what this move achieves, so maybe here they have this trick. This is what I didn't know. And if I take, then you take. And then this might be hanging, but I'm not sure, because if I take, I'm dropping the bishop and I come to just gobble it one move later. So I don't know. This is just some very high level stuff. Going back to board number 1. Okay, we have some developments. So here white played a very attacking move. After bishop b7, attacking e4. White played knight g5, so he protects e4. But he's also planning after h6 to probably sacrifice on f7. And there's a nice tactic behind it, because it's not winning material directly on f7. It's actually an exchange of 2 pieces for rook and pawn. But at the end of this trade, there is a combination. Once again, a double attack.
Which is now.
Yeah.
Okay. Chat, help.
Let's wait for 15 seconds.
No, I'm gonna think. I say it, I have a 15-second head start.
Yeah.
But well, it's not a no. Okay, no. you seeing, man?
Which pieces are hanging?
Which pieces are hanging? The
So-
king is protecting, right? He's
Well, it's not.
it's not considered as a protection.
No.
So the pawn next to it.
No.
Okay, then I don't understand your logic.
This is unprotected.
Oh, the king is unprotected.
Which other piece?
The
Knight.
knight, yeah.
So.
So how can I double attack them both?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Hey, okay, you can use the queen. Yes. Ah, nice.
And you win a piece after having
You
exchanged.
told them the answers.
Yeah, they said it before. Stan once again was ahead of us.
You have some good players watching you, huh?
Yeah. I don't know why, but they do. And I appreciate it. Queen e7 attacking e4. So he's defending f7, so that now he wants to play this. In case you take, I won't take with the king, I will take with the queen, and there is no open diagonal for the queen to hit both pieces. So this is the idea. So black plays queen e7, prepares h6. And now it's curious to think what white will do, because this is attacked, h6 is coming. The position is extremely sharp, but probably also theoretical. You asked earlier about the clock, you can see it here.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 hour and
They have 2
42.
hours each?
They start, I think, with 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Okay.
So, but they get half a minute for a move. So you see, black has 2 minutes more than he started.
Yeah.
So he plays very quickly. He just makes the moves very quickly from memory. He's booked up.
I have a question. What's his last name?
Which one? Vashiela Graf?
Or?
Caruana?
Yes.
With black?
Yes.
Caruana.
Caruana.
Yeah.
Let's hope everybody's safe.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's there was a joke, but you probably don't know the context. Like Anish Giri that you see on board 3, he played the candidates 2 times before. I mean, I think 2 let's say 2 tournaments ago, I think 4 years ago, he played, and he made a result of 14 draws out of 14 games. And they made a lot of jokes about that. So like they said, for example, that he should be an artist because then he can draw, and so on. And there are a lot of jokes going on, and he's also very active on social media. So probably someone once mentioned that if Anish actually wrote something about not being afraid from the disease because he has from the virus, because he has a chance to become world champion, and the chances of him making to the match against Carlsen are higher than getting infected. So they said, well, Giri against Caruana is a draw. Even if he gets it, he will probably make a draw. So yeah, that's one of those things that people keep saying. And by the way, 2 years ago, Ding Liren repeated Anish Giri's achievement. He finished the whole tournament without a loss, but he didn't make 14 draws. He made 13 draws, and he won in the last round, which is a very nice way to finish.
Yeah, it was it surprised his opponent who was waiting for a draw.
Yeah, he was ready, and then like, okay, well, no, I was playing for a win the whole time, but I just didn't manage. So yeah, board 2, he did go for your idea, getting tempi over the bishop and grabbing space, and white is taking his time. So we see the best prepared players so far are Giri with white and Caruana with black, who both have more time than they started with. And actually we have a piece sacrifice. So Nippon Nishi, which is a nice name, You should. Yeah.
Nep,
I already told you how
Nep-
to pronounce it. I shouldn't have.
Niptomnishi?
I should have let you try.
Nepomniachtchi.
Yeah, that's how it's written. But so I have a.
How do you know how to pronounce their names? Let's start with that.
So all the commentators, like at least up until like a few months ago, they used to say Ian Nepomniachtchi,
Okay.
which doesn't make sense. It's not. It's Jan. It's a Russian name. I mean, he's from Russia. And Jan, and the last name. Okay, I thought it was Nepomniachtchi, but I wasn't sure. So one time we played against each other in the European Club Cup, and everyone was so serious as always, especially the Russian players. And we had some on our team as well from Israel. So we were sitting, and I was on the top board. Yanni Pomnishi comes from in front of me, just sits down. He is, putting on his serious face, preparing for the game. There are like 4 minutes to start, and everyone are quiet. And I'm coming to him. I have the ultimate question, and he's like, it breaks his concentration. Like, what? I'm like, how can I pronounce your name? He's like, Nepomniachtchi. And he doesn't. And he didn't know what the fuck I wanted from him. And actually, the second board on our team is a little bit shy. And after the game, he told me to this day, he's embarrassed on my behalf. But for me, I really wanted to know if I was right all these years. And I always like breaking the ice, before games.
Icebreakers are very good.
Just to, say some random nonsense. Probably not only before games, just all the time.
Yeah.
So this is how you pronounce his name. And with Black, he is a very sharp player, and he was surprised in this position, and he decided to go for this bishop b4 move, sacrificing the knight. White took the piece, and now rook a3 attacking the knight here, which is a very nice move, because if you defend it, I want to attack it once again. And the only way to defend it properly is with the bishop, but then I get this, and you run out of new tricks to defend the knight. So rook a3 is a very creative idea. Bishop e5 was played, as you can see. We have an orange rectangle marking the live position. So f6 was played, and now white is thinking, but he's still above his starting time, so maybe he could potentially still be in his home preparation, which is both impressive and sad, I mean, not sad, but
Wait. I need to stop you for 1 second. From here, you said bishop can't move because he'll be trapped?
No. I said it in this line. Queen c2, and then queen a5, and then bishop e5, f6.
Okay.
But I can tell that you already spotted the difference.
Yeah,
Now
I
bishop
spotted the
d4.
small, very difference. Yeah, you can't trap the bishop now.
Yeah, because the queen is attacked, so I have to move. I'm attacking this knight. And now there comes a question of whether white can defend it or not. If you defend it with the queen, I get e5.
Yeah, no matter what you defend, you're one of those pieces. Now there are two pieces hanging, as we say.
I mean, one at this moment, second one is coming, and then both of them will be on pre.
So now you need to defend two of them.
Yeah, but I have no idea what white is planning. Like, I could only guess. Maybe queen here, fall by taking there. Who knows? But the fact that he's thinking means that he's probably caught in a new position for the first time. And when I see someone, over prepared, it's like in gaming when someone has a, how do you call it, automatic aim?
Mm-hmm.
It kills the game,
I don't know.
in a way.
Because it's not automatic aim.
Like, if you know a lot of moves and your opponent doesn't. And it's very annoying to me because I really like playing positions I don't know. But I work really hard on my openings so that I can make moves that I know to track my opponents to positions that they don't know
Mhm.
and that I know very shallowly. That's why I work hard so that I don't have to use it.
Yeah, that's your
It's
kind,
like
that's
a
your kind of
martial
game.
art.
It's to break your opponent's normal
Preparation.
tactics. Yeah, preparation.
Yeah, but it's like I'm studying kung fu all these years so that I don't have to use it. You know?
Yeah.
It doesn't. I mean, it makes sense when it comes to violence, but or self-defense. But in chess, like, isn't it better if all of us would agree from now on not to study openings and just play?
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
I know one opening.
You already know stuff.
No, I know one opening.
Which one?
The king bishop, the king pawn.
And then
2 steps forward, and then the black king pawn 2 steps forward.
Yeah, knight and bishop.
And then from there, let's alababa.
I envy you, my friend. Things were so
So simple back then,
Simple.
huh? Yeah.
yeah. The year 1998 or something.
Yeah. Still going 2020 for me.
Yeah. Bishop d4, queen a5 on the board.
And
I don't know what white is gonna do. I mean, let's think. I mean,
he played already, no?
yeah, but now no. This is our move,
Oh, these are our
our
move?
analysis.
So which is the last move on the board?
This one.
That's the last.
This is the position.
This is the position on the board. Yeah. So he's got 2 pieces potentially trapped right now.
Yeah.
2 very important pieces,
Yeah.
and he can't move the knight at all.
Yeah. We cannot move the knight, and now I have to defend it somehow. Should move the queen and defend it.
And then you're gonna have your pawn.
Coming here.
Yeah, this is this is black's best move, right?
Yeah. White is taking this.
You see?
That's my suggestion. And then the rook is hanging, so you can take. I have no idea what to suggest now.
Now you're that I don't know if rook takes pawn is the best move, because look, now you lost that
I'm losing this knight and I will be a piece down.
you lost the bishop already.
Yeah, and the king is...
You lost the bishop already.
oh, he played.
What did he play?
He saves me from this weak move that I suggested.
Yes, what did he make?
He just gives the knight back. So, here...
So he's preparing to castle? That's his...
Yeah, and probably if black takes, as we probably suspected he will, white wants to just take, because it's a check, you cannot castle under a check. Take, and my guess is that they want to castle.
Okay, but go back. Why would he take the knight and not trap the bishop?
Because if you do this, then I castle,
And then
and
everything's
then knight
gone.
here.
Okay,
Here.
then I lost the bishop.
Yeah, but the knight is very active. And I attack your rook. Attack this. Attack that. So I'm getting a lot of stuff.
Okay, so you want
So
to
after
take care
bishop
of
e2.
the knight first.
Yeah, the principled option is to take the knight. And white is going to be 2 pawns down after this sequence, because here black can take. And, white is 2 pawns down, but
Yeah, and look at black's position as well.
I don't know what white is planning.
See, he's getting rid of two pawns in the same lane. This way, he's bringing that extra pawn to create a full sequence of pawns
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
It looks like a very good position for black.
I agree.
But maybe there are some things up White's sleeve that we don't know about.
I'm sure there are, but I don't know what to suggest. Bishop takes c3. Check. Maybe he wants to play king f1.
Why, he wants to keep the rook in the H?
I'm attacking this bishop, and if you take, I want to take with the queen. And now the rook is here, this rook is in this file. Another option is not to take. I'm taking here first, and I'm attacking both. And if you take here, which makes a lot of sense, then with the king on f1 there could be some differences, which I don't see.
What about sacrificing this pawn? Yes. From this position.
Looks good. I like it. I think White is kicking Black's ass after this. I want to
But only if he doesn't castle. And
yes.
Anybody on my level would castle in this scenario.
Yeah, thankfully,
yeah.
Ian Nepomniachtchi is on a slightly higher level than us.
Yes.
Rook takes c3 was played.
Where?
Wait. He took.
Wait, let's go back to our position where we
Wait. They actually played what was in our analysis. No.
That was our analysis probably, no?
So in the game after bishop e2 they took. We analyzed king f1 immediately, but he didn't play it. He played rook takes c3, sacrificing the exchange, and only now king f1, which is very cool. He gave up material. It's called an exchange, a rook for a bishop.
Okay.
And now this rook is somewhat hanging. Probably wants to play g5. It's hard to imagine what black is going to do. g5 is a very strong threat. Wow, this position is so complicated and sharp. I'm having trouble to properly assess it, but I have a feeling White should be okay because they don't spend their time thinking. I mean, if he didn't know the position, he would normally think here for like 20 minutes or more, but it takes like a minute and a half. And this is too complicated to just decide, because even if he thinks this is good, he needs to see if nothing else is better.
What about the pawn takes? The other pawn next to the black queen?
In which position? Pawn where?
Where we were. Where you just showed us. From here.
This one or this?
No, this one, yeah. No, it's white, no? White's move.
No.
Okay.
So black is thinking. So this is a very complicated
This is
move.
the real position right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I could still... No, I don't want to trap the bishop right now. Okay.
I'll be back in a moment.
Wow, he's sitting on much comfortable chair. Much more comfortable. How do I know which position we're on?
Which one we look at?
Which is live? Which is the last position they played?
The orange rectangle next to the move here.
Okay.
So this is the one we have. And yeah. Let me try to do something small to improve the stream a little bit. See if it works well. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now it looks better. This way. I like it more this way. So looking back at the position King F1, so the thing with such positions is that black is either winning because they have a lot of material, or losing if they don't know how to defend, because white is really having some development advantage in exchange for this material. And of course there's always the objective option that if they both play well, just like any normal opening in chess, if they make the best moves, it will eventually lead to a balanced position. But it seems like black is caught off guard, and whether he will find a creative way to defend or not, I suspect it's quite likely that we will have a decisive result in this game. So, because I don't know what to suggest, please feel free to offer a move.
Throw options.
Yeah. And I'll fix the names in the meantime.
What if I exchange the rook for a bishop and a pawn?
So now black has to play.
Yes.
So just this, if I understand correctly.
Right.
So let's do your idea, g5. I don't know if it works, but it seems interesting. Now probably you attack the bishop. It's so complicated. I would consider here to even like start by taking. You probably take with this one, and then something along these lines, sacrificing the bishop, taking here, giving a check, and then taking here. It becomes crazy very quickly. White could be winning or losing, I don't know. Or drawing, but
well,
yeah, the position in the game is this one. Oh my goodness, it's like so hard to suggest. Your move seems good. This is also interesting. Even this one. And sometimes they just ignore everything and
castle.
Yeah. Saying, okay, this is too damn complicated for me. I just want out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can.
But castling into that lane, which is fully open, is also risky.
Yeah, so probably taking the pawn is the most logical thing to do. But let's be smart. Let's wait for them to decide and move on.
This hasn't moved, huh?
Yeah, Queen C2. They're thinking, both of them. Like I said, white is prepared because he plays this sophisticated move. Black is even better prepared. Knight to C6, Knight F3. h6 was played relatively quickly. Castles and then rook b8, preparing something along the lines of b6, bishop e7. Or just protecting the pawn in case you attack b7, so I can develop my bishop. So rook b8 is a nice move. And white has been thinking for 11 minutes and he still hasn't made his moves. So rook b1 comes to mind, bishop somewhere, but this is honestly very complicated. I don't really know which idea is the most convincing for white. So once again, Grishuk is yet to prove what he wants to do. And we have some developments here. After knight g5, queen e7, this is where we stopped in the Vashia versus Caruana. And now e5, sacrificing a pawn, but then after taking, he took here. Wow. So this is the deep idea, because if you take, I think they want to force the fork somehow. He wants to take here, and then I'm attacking the knight, and if you react to this I will take your bishop, but if you take my bishop I will take the knight first and attack both of your pieces, including the pinned rook. So after queen e2, sorry, what am I saying? After rook takes f7, d takes e5, white is probably doing very well. So e4 was played, knight e6 check, king h8 takes the bishop, and queen e2. So black has gotten some stuff, but white also is claiming something, as this knight is a little bit out of play. This pawn could potentially become weak later. They have the two bishops. The bishop pair, have you heard of it?
The what?
The bishop pair. It's better than two knights in an open position. So it's a well-known principle.
I can move the bishop now to attack the knight.
Which one? This?
Yes.
It's possible. Another option is to bring a rook to an open file. And I'm not really sure what other options they have. Sometimes they want to push the f-pawn, bring the rook to the other semi-open file, or just play something active. I don't know. It's a very complicated position once again. I just realized today how much I don't understand chess. So moving on. Bishop b2, knight a6, attacking b4, b5. And white has grabbed some space. So let's get back to the crazy game. Black has made a decision. So I said there are 3 options plus castling. So obviously black chose option number 5. So b4, and now I think that they are protecting the rook and evacuating the room for the queen to recapture on d5. So we guessed a lot of options for black, but at the end b4 was the
okay,
the
but you
move
can
played.
still win a rook then.
Yeah, you can grab the rook, but then this pawn becomes very strong. I'm gonna castle next and I'm probably alive, so it's not so clear what should white do, but I'm sure Anishgiri will play quickly, and it will be really fun if he starts off this tournament with a win.
Why?
Because he's the
draw master?
Yeah.
Remember the game Draw Something?
They said if he will become a rapper, his name will be 50%. Before
I mean, I can still do the pawn.
here?
No.
Or the famous break.
The famous break. Or maybe he's just waiting with it.
I think it's
one
a
of
good
his,
one. It's
one of his bullets in his ammo chain.
his jokers.
Yeah, you know, just ready to attack.
An ace up his sleeve. I don't know, maybe. But the way I see it, I like White's position. I tend to like the initiative and being material down.
By the way, in games 1 and 4, what is there so much to think about in the first 7 moves in the game that haven't even happened?
2 and 4, yeah?
2 and 4. Okay, 14 moves.
Yeah, they just moved recently. The moment you suggested the plan, he started playing quickly, you know? When you found this idea, it was already clear to them. Now this is a nice move, grabbing space. And this, and now grabbing more space. Exchanging probably. But this position is very complicated also, but not sharp. It's just strategically complicated because there are a lot of decisions to be made. You can take on c5, you can keep the tension and bring the rook. You can ignore everything.
I can take in c5 and then I can take with the other.
The
other knight.
But it's protected twice.
Protected twice.
That's the problem. They always protect their pawns.
Man,
Those greedy players. So taking on c5 can be a good move, but not because I win material, but because of the structure changing. But I suspect it's not so good because then this pawn becomes a weakness. You see here, after this, the queen is looming the pawn, and these 2 pawns are preventing it from ever moving forward and releasing itself. So I suspect any random move to keep the tension going could be good for white. Moving on to board number 3, where all the action is taking place. Now I want you to think and suggest a move for white once again. Yeah.
I already suggested my move to white. It's just being kept as one of the arsenals, I guess.
G5. I wonder why he's thinking so much. I really like G5. But you know, there are a lot of things to calculate.
Obviously. And maybe there are even better moves.
Yeah.
I'm not going to start thinking about it. Once I found my good enough move, I go with it. But that's just me, you know. That's why I don't.
Stan is saying like, geez, Tal, did you memorize every Geary draw joke? I mean, there are more of them. I don't remember them.
Open some memes.
Yeah.
Why are you not looking at other games, by the way?
This one is the most interesting to me. But, well, let's look at game 4. So he did develop the bishop like predicted. After a long think. Grishuk is notoriously famous for getting into time pressure. Mm-hmm. He thinks a lot, and then with under 5 minutes he plays like a god. It's like he activates god mode, you know, and he just plays better moves faster, and he actually was the world blitz champion.
Really?
Yeah. But he admits that it's a problem because he doesn't always get, you know, to rescue himself from drowning. Mm-hmm. And yeah, he just can't help it. And it's funny, these are the kind of problems that you see happening to players who are, you know, on a club level.
What did white play? He moved the bishop?
Yeah. But this is a rare case of a top player who, you know, plays on, of course, a much higher level than any club level player, and including most grandmasters in the world. But he really likes to think, and he also happens to be amazingly good at not thinking. So he's like, most people, they are on classical chess mode, but he's like having 2 different modes that are not classical. Either this inside a time tank, like inside of I don't know, a time machine, taking forever, or he's just, I don't know, a predator, a killer. So for this time being, I think he's white. He's gonna take a lot of time for each move. And by the way, even his next move is probably gonna think for a while, because one of the most difficult questions in chess is what to do with those bloody rooks. Where to put them? Which rook to put? Let's say you want to put a rook here. Which one is better?
A move was played.
Yes. This is exciting. It's the first time we see it.
We saw it live.
Yeah. it was worth coming here.
Yay!
Oh, you can tell people that you once saw.
I saw an actual move being played.
Yeah. B6.
Very solid.
Yeah, I like this move. I took.
What about this one?
That's an interesting one. You want to grab space with the pawn, but the reason they don't do it too early is that this bishop is potentially a monster, and they don't want to close the diagonal for it. But I think White's plan will revolve around pushing d4.
But it's protected by 3.
4, actually.
4,
Yeah.
right?
White protects it 3 times and black attacks it 4 times. So this is why I suspect rook can come somewhere. It's also possible that you can play it anyway, because if I take, then white can eventually pin the bishop and win it.
Okay. That's a good move then. No?
So d4 is a very interesting option. I suspect that after d4 black will just retreat and say that your bishop is
Stuck.
stuck. You don't want it there.
You're stuck.
Yes. If you play c4 I will take and this pawn will be weak.
Why would I play that?
Because you want to attack and open the bishop.
I can do this. I can do it with moving with the other pawn.
Here?
Yeah?
Yeah, but then you'll have weaknesses.
Here.
So these two
here.
pawns, when they are here, they do not control any of the dark squares.
Ah.
So in chess you normally want to control both colors of the squares, especially in a balanced fashion, and you do it with pawns. So if all your pawns are on black dark squares, then you'll have terrible weaknesses on the light squares and vice versa. So as you can see right now, a lot of black's pawns are on dark squares. So
Was this played?
no,
No.
not yet.
Not yet.
I'm still optimistic, but I suspect that he will bring a rook somewhere. I don't know where, like here or the other one. This position is very tricky. That's why I don't play this first move c4.
Okay, I have a question. This
Don't
is
understand what
out
you-
of the box, and it's I don't know how good this is, right? But what if we sacrifice the knight? Yes, and now, yes.
This pawn is a weakness now. It doesn't have any friends, any pawns on the adjacent files. Lanes.
Lanes.
I like this new word.
Lanes?
I mean, they don't use it in chess, but it's a very nice
I
one.
don't know, it can work. Who knows how to say
It
it?
makes me think of the rooks like cars, you know, that you move forward, and then if you want to move to the side, you have to like use your, I forgot how you call it in English, the tête.
Signal.
Signal, yeah.
Huh.
The rook should signal, okay, I'm moving one to the side, and then if you do this, you're like practically crashing into some other vehicle. So
No, so just because that other pawn is weak,
yeah, b6 on the board. Someone says the word Grishuk Alexienko, rook ad1. I don't know if they suggested or if they actually mentioned that this was played. Let me check on another stream. Maybe there is a delay here.
yes?
No,
Yes.
it's not played. It's not played yet.
Oh, okay. It's a
Yeah,
different
yeah,
position.
yeah. They have this move on the other one. This, not this one. Wait,
Game one.
game one.
And it moved a few.
Do you want to make some like small, let's say, bet on this, like what's going to be the result?
No.
Not an actual bet, but like
Yeah,
guess.
okay. I'll go the opposite of what you say.
So I should start.
Yes.
Okay, so here I think that let me see, let me grab context. So e4 was when we last stopped it. Yeah, I just explained why he played this, knight takes f7, but we didn't get to the point where black actually played this and left a discovered check available. Knight d6 check, king h8, knight b7, rook b7, queen e2, c6, rook a d1, and after 21 rook a d1.
We're thinking.
Yes, but my guess is that it will be a draw.
Why?
Because I like black's position, but I don't think white will manage to lose it. It will be horrible for white to lose with white on the first round, because in this tournament it's hard to win with black. So you have to make some wins with your limited amount of white games.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it will be a draw.
It's white's turn now?
Yeah. What do you think the result will be?
You say draw?
Yeah.
I say it's gonna be a victory. What does it matter?
For white or black?
Who cares? I'm sorry, just because you're a fish doesn't mean I'm not a shark, man.
I'm still winning this bet.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm still winning this one.
I said it's gonna be a victory.
Let's
There's gonna be a victory. Oh, we saw a move. We saw a move, a real life.
Yes. Thank you. We saw
Very
it.
very exciting stuff.
You know what you remind me of? You know, there is a material, I forgot once again how you say it in English, but honey is like very condensed in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, if you leave honey just hanging, it will take longer for it to make drops than it will take water.
Yeah.
So the scientific term is not condensed, but I don't remember what it is. So there is
Sticky.
Let's say sticky.
Let's say sticky.
Sticky.
Scientifically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is a material that is similar to oil
Okay.
in a way, that is the stickiest in the world, and they put it in a jar in a lab and let it like spill, and once in every few dozens of years they have one drop it. And like one time there was a person in the room like doing their routine work 10 minutes before the drop was there, and it's like a human has never managed to see a drop falling. Maybe once in 3 years, I don't know, like, but it just happens all the time. So
Yeah.
this sticky material, I saw it on YouTube on a channel called Veritasium, I think. It was a really nice explanation going on. You know, when you hear it, you feel like you know everything about science, and then like 2 minutes later, I'm like, how do I say sticky? Yeah, so
Well, at first I thought you were talking to me about chess piece material.
yeah. But you know, this drop every once in a, I mean, this could be a goal. Like if someone searches for meaning, you can just sit there.
Is it like that DVD screensaver that's moving on the screen, jumping in the and then once it hits the corner?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Have you ever witnessed it?
Personally, no. But I've seen too many videos of people going crazy when,
Yeah.
you know, they witness it. So yeah.
Yeah. So they caught it on camera, but it's not the same. Like, if it could be photoshopped,
True.
so you have to see it for yourself.
True.
Keeps
time I will
reminds me of the slow-mo guys. You know this one?
The slow-mo guys.
On YouTube, they have this channel when they do a lot of crazy stuff and film it in like serious slow-mo with the most advanced stuff.
Nice.
So one example, that I can remember was a balloon,
Yeah.
and a guy gets punched to the face, and what happens in slow-mo?
Yeah, it's cool.
or not punched, but
A balloon thrown
football.
at him, and yeah.
Or water balloon, a water balloon. Yeah,
you
exactly.
see like
a water
the
balloon.
balloon itself gone and the water still
Yeah.
in the same position slowly.
And actually, my favorite video in this regard combines both of the previous topics. There is something amazing called Prince Rupert drops. You should definitely Google it. Prince Rupert drops and tears. Prince Rupert tears, and it's like something that's made like a tail that looks like a drop in here, and it has a tail that becomes shorter and shorter, and it's one of the heavy, like the strongest materials on earth. If you hit the drop with a hammer or shoot it with a shotgun, nothing happens. But if you just catch the tip and do like this, it all breaks. And they did it like this thing in slow motion, the way it breaks, and it happens like so quickly, like almost faster than a bullet. This chain reaction. So Prince Rupert drops. Something
Okay,
you can
second
look
game.
for.
You wanna make a bet?
Yeah.
Let's go.
So I take one result and you take the other two.
Okay, fine. White. I say white. White wins here.
Okay.
Just because he did what I said should be, and it gave him a lot of tempo.
I love your commentary.
Right?
It's nice, yeah. So
right? Very insightful, very deep.
Very involved. Like a true chess fan, you know? Like you want them to do something, and okay, he listened to me, so I root for him.
I'm rooting for him.
Yeah, he took. And he also, maybe he's thinking like, okay, I win a pawn. And he's like, oh no, it's protected. Just like you had this going, no, it's protected twice. Okay, moving on, different plan. A4. And I think it will be draw.
You think it will be draw?
Definitely. I
Definitely.
mean, not definitely, but
No, you said definitely.
most definitely.
You said definitely. That's your
I vouch
guess.
for a draw.
Okay. So here I'm white. In game one, I'm victory to any side.
Yeah. Game 2, I say a draw, and you say victory to white. You
To
don't
white.
care that black. You don't want to take both of them.
No.
Just white.
White. Just white.
I like your approach. Actually, Ding is the same guy who made 13 draws and 1 win, so maybe this time he will start with
We will start 1 win and 13 draws.
and it will be a palindrome. Okay. Geary.
I think we missed some moves. Hey, he did. Look at
You
that!
made your move.
Look at that!
You made your move. You like the two solid players who play.
Okay, I'm gonna go with white here.
Wow, because you made your move.
Yes,
That's a terribly strong move,
I'm
my
going
friend.
with my heart.
You found a really nice move. I mean, I'm not sure if there are many chess beginners who are able to evaluate stuff like that.
I'm going
You sense
with
the
my heart.
dynamics, so you go with the white.
I go with white. You say either black or draw. Yeah, that leaves you 2 options, man. Just like poker.
I think it's only fair if I take both, because we both know I want to take white.
I mean, listen, you can't say draw and victory.
I will say not white win.
You will say not white win?
Yes.
Fine, I'll give you.
I mean, look at this.
I'll give you. You know, 5 moves ago we said black was dominating.
No, I said black was up material, but I would take white any day of the week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, because black was up material, I thought that he was gonna...
No, not in
No.
this.
This has not moved.
Wait,
Hey, they did the
rook.
move. The
Yeah,
rook. Same
yeah,
one
yeah.
as board 1, which we thought...
yes.
Listen,
When
board
we
1 and 4 are like almost identical.
Only in one particular.
No, they started the same as well.
No, 2 and 4.
2 and 4 started the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Rook AD1, this was the move that we thought was playing the other one when Stan suggested it. So he predicted it in the board 4. Stan is a beast. And now he takes f3, Rook takes f3. This is very nice. Yeah. I said draw, you said either side victory. Okay, board number 4, Rook AD1. D4 is now threatened because unlike the previous line, just a random move, here if you go bishop d6, I'm winning a piece because it's pinned. So
Mhm.
I am threatening d4. So we can expect black to get his queen out of the discovered attack.
Okay, what do you say here? From this position,
Result-wise,
result-wise.
I say draw.
You say draw?
So you say either side victory, or what?
Why do you say draw?
You know, actually there is a website.
Why do you say
On
draw
the two
here?
big sites, there is a contest called Fantasy kind of like competition, and you can actually bet for free on the results, and they have like $1,000 first prize on one side and $500 on the other. And they actually have some cool questions. Like you pick random moves, you think which one will be played most often, most frequently in the. So, but it's ridiculous moves like knight to c8, queen to g2, stuff like that, king to b8. So, yeah. And they had a few other cool questions like which player will have the most long castle.
Why do you say it's a draw here?
Because I know.
I mean, look at white's
black is very
position and look
solid.
at black. Black is very solid. Look, he's all over the place.
I'm kind of
He's got
rooting for
3
black.
islands.
I'm rooting for black. I mean, in terms of because I know him personally, and he's the underdog in this
But
tournament.
look, he has 3 islands in this specific game.
I mean, this is one island,
Yes.
and this is the second one.
Okay.
If you would exchange, for example, this pawn for this pawn, then white would have 3 islands because this would be a separate one. But that's a good point. Like the one who has more islands is actually worse
Yeah.
from the structural point of view. What did I want to say? I'm rooting for black, and in professional terms here, rooting for black means being optimistic that he would make a draw against one of the best players in the world. There's like
So you think it's a draw here?
I don't think it is a draw, but I think black is solid. Might be slightly worse, but he has no weaknesses, and he is a very good player.
I'm gonna go with white here.
Okay, so I'm going with the draw, you're going with white.
Yes.
So, to quickly go over our
You basically said draw for everything except for one game.
draw. I took both scores, and here I said draw.
Why did you take both scores? Because I
No.
said draw.
You said win for white. No, I said draw everywhere.
You said draw everywhere.
Yeah, except here I also took black's winning because I really root for white, and you took this
Okay.
bet from me. Oh!
Hey,
Oh!
move. See? Okay, now he did that.
E5.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it here as well. I saw a replay.
Yes.
Well, every time we see a move, we can see instant replay on the stream. So, yeah. Stan is doing the same thing you were doing. So when I said this is a draw, Stan said, no way, me and Grishuk are riding with Rook AD1 to victory, because he was predicting this move, and now he got attached with the game, like you do. So he wants white to win.
See?
This is worth checking, investigating from psychological point of view. If you find a move for someone, you
Of
actually...
course. What are you talking about? Okay, the stock market.
Mm-hmm.
It's also, some people call it investment, but let's call it what it really is. It's a gamble,
Mm-hmm.
right? People use their hearts when they're gambling, when they're investing,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah. So, which is the most popular form of gambling in Israel?
The most
Because
popular-
casinos are illegal here.
Right, I think the stock market.
Aha. Interesting. Have you tried?
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
I learned in college and stuff.
Cool.
I know the ins and outs and how things work, but I'm not gambling my money there. I'll go play poker somewhere.
Aha.
Because I actually have
Mm-hmm.
I'm less gambling when I play poker, if you know what I mean. I
Uh-huh.
bring because you're playing against other players who you see them all at the table. I'm not talking about online.
Live poker.
Live poker, you have your own set of skills to bring to the table, which can shift things, and your ability to bluff and represent a hand you don't actually have
Yeah.
brings that edge, which makes it not gambling. It's not like I'm hoping to hit my hand
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to represent a hand.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference. I can still win money without even hitting my hand. You know what I mean? And I can still always hit my hand.
Uh-huh.
So,
So it's a form of gambling that involves skill.
yeah, of course, if we both go all in on an ace king versus any small pair, then we're 50-50. All right, we're coin flipping.
54% for the pair.
Yeah, blah blah blah. For the who? For the pair? Yeah. What if it's
Suited?
pair of two? Pair
Same.
of twos? No.
54, 53.5%.
No, because any pair on the board that is higher, any two pair on the board that is higher than your
It's still
small pair adds a little bit, and if it's suited, then it adds a little bit.
yeah, but it's
It's a
always
coin
above
flip.
50.
Not deuces versus ace king, but okay. Big debate.
I'm gonna check it.
You can check it. It will say 51-49, but it will say 51-49 towards the.
You want the ice king to be suited?
Yeah, of course. What, you want me to put my tournament life on the line? My tournament life on the line when it's not suited?
Oh, you got me 49.92%. Okay, you're right.
It's the same. It's 50-50.
But if your ace king is not suited,
I know. If
I
my
got
ace king
you.
is not suited,
I got you.
Yeah.
No, that's the key, not the higher pairs. The
I
suited
mean-
is the part that gets me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it's a skill game. I agree. And
There is luck involved, but it's not necessarily gambling. It's more statistics.
yeah,
When you're adding the luck. Hey, something happened to the stream.
yeah. We will know in the chat if something happens.
What? It was
The equation.
the
You still.
subtitles. Yeah.
Still-
Of course, I'm like, what were we talking about? My turn 11 on 9, but it's not suited to be 4-9.
Maybe we should stream and
For
then
now,
read the subtitles.
49, the same as 50-50, but okay.
Yeah. Oh, tell us more about how you can represent a hand you don't have. I want to make it a little bit philosophical in a way.
Okay.
I mean, you speak about poker, but of course, people who can hear your words and make whatever they want of it.
Well, there's one is speeding up and slowing down. So if you've been playing a certain way, say you've been playing really fast, which normally would suggest
Mm-hmm.
that you're trying to hit a straight or a flush,
Yeah.
right? Somebody raise, quick call,
Yeah.
because I want to get more people involved,
That caps your range.
right?
Yeah.
Quick call. And now, I might not even have a straight draw or flush draw, right? Another card hits, which I can represent a straight or a flush. I slow down. I take my time. I start thinking. Wait a minute. He's been playing like a fish, just quickly calling every streak, and now he's slowing down. What's going on? Or you're thinking, you slow down. You're thinking, and then he does a big raise, all in. I change things up.
Uh-huh.
When I change things up in the middle of the hand,
You kind of
I shake.
you
know?
undermine their stories of what you have.
Exactly, because they see me playing a certain way, they put me on a certain hand, and now all of a sudden I either try to make that story I built a reality because I want to represent that hand they put me on, or I try to change their perception and say, wait a minute, maybe he does have something. Maybe he doesn't have something when I actually do. So I try to, that's just one way, right? It's so pace.
Yeah,
It's same in chess, right?
I agree.
You said somebody's thinking. All of a sudden, bam. In 5 last minutes, he makes his moves, and a lot of the times he crushes the opponent in those 5 minutes.
I have a nice story regarding this. I wish I had remembered the opening, but I forgot by now. But I had a game where I prepared an opening
Mm-hmm.
based on this exact same concept you just described. One thing that I really like to do in chess is to find all these psychological nuances and shift my speed and my body language. I'll give 2 examples to the viewers. So the first one, I don't remember the position, but it's a position where I castle in a position that is new. So I played a move that is not well known. I shifted from theory, then I castle. And when your opponent castles, there is a psychological effect that you also want to castle if it's legal. So I played as if I'm thinking for a few moves, even though I knew the position. And then I castled quickly. And my opponent immediately castled quickly, and it was a mistake.
For him.
Yes. So it was kind of the same thing.
Nice.
I was thinking, then I was speeding up, and then he kind of thought, "Oh, I got him," and he did it subconsciously, and
Yeah, it was like,
fell for
okay,
the
he
trap.
castles, I'm gonna be happy to castle.
And the second example I will show on the board, but I will show it here because this is an actual game. It started.
Something moved.
No, actually, this time no.
Listen, every time you change a different game, I know you remember every single position of every single game. For me, it's a whole new board. Everything's
A
new.
whole new board.
You see, I see this, I'm like, did we ever watch this?
Yes.
Every time I need to be like, okay, what's going on here?
Yes.
New position.
Oh!
we should play a game. Every time we see a live move, we take a shot.
An elbow. Yes.
Boom. Right. Corona guys, elbow.
Caruana.
Elbow
Caruana
each other.
fence.
Elbow each other. And
Yeah. No, but this is for the fourth move we've seen today.
they've
With 4
all
games.
been pawns, by the way.
Yes. Yes.
We only saw pawns. We need to see bigger pieces move live.
You know, one time I saw a king move.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
But I was alone.
I feel free.
I had no one to share it with.
I feel three. Put it on 3, game 3.
Ah.
I feel.
This is the new form of gambling. They just made a move.
No, we missed it. You see, I told you.
Yeah, he took the rook and
Yeah.
he took here. And now you see all the pawns are attacking each other. Like
Yes.
this position is very
But now
explosive.
I don't like the pawn in G5.
I mean, it's probably gonna take.
It's very weak now.
Well, the king also has some issues. So this is what black's.
He has to take because otherwise he'll be taken and not like the pawn has no defense.
Yes, this is black's main trump in the position,
Yes.
but black's king is weak. So, and after a few exchanges, material now is equal. It was crazy, unbalanced
Yes.
before, but now it will be equal in a couple
Yeah,
of
and
moves.
then that pawn really is attacking the king.
Yeah, I think white is better here because of the king situation. This king is much safer. This rook is active. The queen is active. Black has a center and this nice pawn, but I don't think it's enough. It's a very unbalanced game. You bet on white's win. I bet on both other results. I think you will win this one. But I wanted to show earlier
Yes.
another example.
There's a check.
Another
Check.
move.
Another move. Ooh, rook.
Oh,
Look at the rook.
on the fantasy game, I'm gaining a point for each rook swap.
You gambled in the fantasy game?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me to do it before? I would have just alababalad to have something.
Alababalad.
Alababalad.
You can also
In
use
past
it.
tense.
You can use it in present progressive also.
Alababalay.
Alaing babalaing.
Alaing babalaing. No, you need the ala.
Yeah.
Alababalaing.
Yes. Allah is how do you say it?
Noun.
Noun. Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
I wanted to say fixed.
Fixed. Yeah, fixed. Lanes.
So
Okay.
C5, D takes C5. and
Dude,
D
this
takes
was
D1
like
check.
quick, right?
Yes.
We missed a lot of stuff here.
Yes, but don't worry. In a moment, they will.
What's up with all the tissues, man?
This I'm just trying to scare you. You know,
Okay.
since
You're doing a good job.
I've been like this. You know, this is not one of the symptoms.
It's
It's not.
some percentage of the
No,
symptoms.
zero. But I have it since I don't know, since I was born. So, running nose. So I will show the example of what I wanted. We will probably risk missing the recapture, but we will have chances in the future. So I wanted to show another example of a psychological trick that I did. So here, in this position, this is a Caro-Kann, mainline, knight c3, d takes c4, knight e4. bishop f5, knight g3, bishop g6, h4, h6, knight f3, and now after the move knight d7, everyone in the world and their sister are playing h5 and bishop d3. But I came up with a novelty, so to speak, or a fresh idea, where you don't play h5. You play bishop d3 immediately, and there is a difference. They play the moves that I'm going to show you are played in both lines, with the pawn here or with the pawn here. You don't have to remember.
But you just skip the pawn there.
Yeah, so I want to show you. So here and here. This move, c5. So with the pawn on h5, this is amazing for black. I mean, just a good position. But with the pawn on h4, I have this amazing idea, d5.
Okay.
And now if you take here, rook here, and you can never castle, and I'm bringing the knight here, and I have a huge attack, I'm very close to winning, so I have to take with the knight. And now there comes the difference. If my pawn is here, I'm just a pawn down. And because it's here, I have this jump. And now I get this going. My opponent castled, I get g4, I'm attacking, and I'm very close to winning. So what I wanted to say is that I came up with this idea, but I didn't think he will fall for it. I thought that if I play everything normally, then my opponent, who was a very strong player, may spot the difference. And then in this position, he will not play c5 automatically. He will think and make a waiting move and then not fall for my trap. So here in this opening, when the player do this opening, they play all the moves. It's called a tempo, like immediately. So you make a move, they make a move very quickly. So here when they played h6, I touched the bishop very quickly, and I was like making a small acting performance. I was like, and then I moved the bishop to d3. So I'm supposedly playing the main line, but I pretended
to make a mistake that you touched the bishop. And
I mean, everything was happening quick, and then I touched the bishop, and I was like, and then I'm like, okay, whatever, and I just put it. And then my opponent was excited, and he made the same moves he makes in the main line, thinking it's improved for him, and he just went right into the trap.
Nice.
And actually, when it wasn't specifically this position, he played rook c8 first, and then c5 d5, but it's the same. So in this position, he thought for like 45 minutes. And you know, I don't know, it's probably rude to say it online, but one of the best things that can happen to a chess player during a game, like
when you play fast and
any chess professional would relate to me, is when you go to the bathroom, come back after 10 minutes, and it's still your opponent's turn. So I had time to go grab some tea, talk to some people. You know, I was thinking about many things, like, you know how the most creative thoughts usually come to people in the shower and stuff. So in a chess game, when you're just letting your mind wander, it's more or less the same, at least for me. So I get very creative. So I was coming up with so many things in these 40 minutes and just walking around. And when it finally was my move, I was so excited. And yeah. Now that I think about it, also in the chess game, you don't get to...
What did he play, and then what did you play?
He played this. In the chess game, you also don't get to see the moves, because they think you walk away, and then you just see the next move. You don't see it actually happening sometimes. So he played this, I played that. He played something like this. I took... No. He didn't castle, I think.
Wait, let's go back to our chess games. Let's see if there's any changes.
I think he played this, yeah.
Let's see if there were any changes in the game.
Okay. I don't remember what happened, but I was winning and I lost at the end. I managed to ruin that game. He didn't recapture. We are still close to witnessing the recapture in the making.
What would you recapture with?
Probably the bishop.
Okay, why?
If I capture with the knight, then I'm giving up a pawn because of the pin.
Okay.
But the pawn is going
to
be
but the
lost
pin
anyway.
it's protected.
Not after the knight takes, but yeah, but you can take anyway because the pawn is protected here.
Yeah.
So when I think about it, I really don't know. Like all three options are valid. So we will let Vashier Lagrav
Decide.
solve it. Also known
If
as
you take with the queen,
nothing special. They take here. But the position is very solid, so I suspect it's quite close to a draw. So here they played knight d7. So very nice move by white. He went with the rook here. So he protects this. He probably wants to put the queen here. Then knight d7 wants to defend, overprotect.
he's protecting 2 pawns now, yeah.
Overprotecting everything.
Yeah, and now you can't put the queen there. Because you
In
won't be able
our-
to attack the
Oh, Anish Giri is thinking for the first time in the game. He's been spending some time. So he had like an hour and 40 minutes. In 2 moves, he's spending like 40 minutes to try to see what to do. And
and
now,
this we're stuck.
yeah. I
Was
think
it?
this is my watch.
What watch? This is your alarm, man?
I didn't know I had an alarm. I recently got this smartwatch. I didn't know I had
I
an
was
alarm
like-
on it.
Now you wake up?
It says 9 a.m. Look, 9 a.m. Okay, I cancelled it. I have, when I bought my new phone, they told me, oh, it's Black Friday. You deserve a free watch and these headphones. Like, they're supposed to cost $350 and $150. And I was like, do I have to add money? No? Okay, cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And you bought something you needed anyways.
Yeah, I didn't think about this, and they wouldn't even like. It was like the worst salesman ever. He was just, or the best. I don't know, because he was like just listening to me, speaking about the phone, talking about it, and I was like, okay, I want to pay. Oh, by the way, you get these 2 things.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and I still haven't.
This
used
is
them.
more than 15 seconds back. You're just showing me. Now.
No, let's count how much time until I put it on the side.
I don't know.
Maybe the internet is slow. I hope there is no lag going on. People didn't complain in the chat, but I'm not sure.
What are they saying? You guys experiencing lag issues?
So, here on this position,
It's too
Nothing.
clustered. It's too clustered.
you mean the stream? Maybe
No,
it's just
no,
my
not
internet.
the stream, the position.
Ah,
There
I
was,
moved.
There was a move.
Yeah, they exchanged
They
pawns.
exchange pawns. Tak, tak. Okay. So we didn't gain much from that. Can you still castle? Would it still be worth it?
Which castle?
Black
In which position?
in game 3.
Yeah, now black is not going to castle anytime soon.
So what? His king is just gonna be stranded alone there in the middle?
Yeah. Well, black is going to rely on this pawn with his counterplay and help him defend, and
But he can just white can just move the queen to c2.
yeah, that's a good point. Probably I will play somewhere with my bishop.
I mean, you either need to take or you either need to protect, right?
Yeah.
With the pawn. The d5 in this position, because if you don't protect it, then white can just take it. And if you don't take white's pawn, then the white can just take it.
Yeah, it's a good move. I like it. I hope you will play it.
I hope you will play it! Wait, I put white here, right?
Yeah.
I hope he will play it!
It's funny if he plays every single one of your moves and he wins. Then it will be a sign.
You see?
So
You see? Hey.
someone just woke up. Gabe saying good morning, fellas.
Good morning, Gabe.
Do you have oh, there were like we watched it for some time, no move. Then they have two. Knight A.
Okay, he took with the knight.
Yes, and then he put the queen here and he attacks the bishop. He wants to recapture with the knight. It's a good idea. Maybe we should tell people about your invention. I forgot to ask
I
at the
don't know.
beginning.
I don't think so.
Not yet.
No,
Maybe on the World Championship in half a year
maybe.
when it's ready.
When it's ready.
But we can just mention that you invented a few games
I invented a few games.
that add cards.
Add
to-
cards to chess too. The same board setup, the same objectives, but just those specific cards can add different kinds of
upgrades
upgrades. Special powers, let's call
to the
them.
pieces.
Yeah.
Special powers.
Special powers.
And also for another game, not only chess.
For backgammon as well. Yeah.
Yes. These games are going to be crazy. Crazy
hope-
good, I mean.
I mean, they. What do you mean going to be? They are,
They are-
crazy good.
Yeah,
I've been
but
playing them for a year.
they're going
A/B
to take-
testing. Yeah.
they're going to take over the world. I'm telling you.
I'm just trying to improve it. I'm not trying to take over the world. Just
I
improve
mean,
it.
Yeah, but
I don't care about world domination. I care about world improvement.
yeah, that's a
May
good
sound
approach.
cliche, but
But it is what it is.
it is what it is.
So inventing these games, I can't wait for a platform online to come up. Maybe this website, Chezz, which is open source.
Chess or chess.com would all benefit from having additional games that people enjoy.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I really like
Definitely.
the idea of putting up these games. I mean the chess one on Chezz.
Yeah. Of course,
So-
I want this to be a mix between chess and Hearthstone. That was my
Yeah,
vision. I wanted to look and feel, you know, like while you're thinking about moves, you're holding cards and you have some more options to think about,
Mhm.
right? Because when you have an hour and 40 minutes, not everybody's a grandmaster who does so many moves in his head that he doesn't even get bored. You
Mhm.
know, when we're thinking, we're like, okay, when your opponent thinking it, like, can you move already, bro?
Yeah.
So now I have my cards to look at. Have fun.
Okay, so we have some development here.
Development.
H3. Probably black is going to take, and then maneuver is knight here. That's my prediction. And here, this is the most interesting for me so far, and this one,
Stuck.
and it's black.
Who
thinking.
predicted the move?
Stan.
Stan, can you predict a new move for us so that
Yeah.
game number 4 can move?
I agree.
Right?
Stan, we need you.
Dear Stan, I wrote you about a Stan card.
I learned something today. Yeah.
So?
This guy says that UVOS, that there is some lag, unfortunately. I don't know how to fix it because it said earlier the internet connection is fine. I guess it's the laptop that's the problem. But what can I do? I mean, the video is being recorded as I'm streaming, so I can upload the recording afterwards, maybe. But for now,
I mean, who's gonna watch a 4-hour recording?
no one. But
No.
if someone will,
Such an honest and quick answer. No one?
but maybe Stan wants to see the parts that we mentioned him.
Ah, maybe. You're right. Now he's gonna have to look
Maybe
between
edit-
4 hours.
Maybe edits it out.
We'll caption it for you. Stan, we'll put a exact timestamp.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if someone does this work, I agree it's a good idea.
Right? Okay, until this moves,
Yes.
I have to BRB.
So, now, after rook ad1, nothing happened for a really long time. We have a move on Giri versus Nepomniachtchi, and now after Queen b1, it's very similar to Dan's suggestion, which was Queen c2, protecting here and attacking here. But from b1, there's the additional achievement of attacking b7. So it feels like white should be better here, but all I have is my intuition. It's really hard to use serious forms of calculation to justify anything. I mean, I'd hate to play black here. It seems so unpleasant to find precise defensive moves when it seems like white is having the safer king and obviously the initiative. So, I don't know. The move that comes to mind is king somewhere, but I don't know even where. Bishop e6 is not as good as before because the pawn is here. So, I'm really having a hard time suggesting a move. But, yeah, I don't like that for black, but I don't know if there's something meaningful I can add. Moving on to board number 4. The queen is on e8. And as I said, the queen will probably move away from the discovered attack, but on e8 it's like it's a nice square for it. It looks passive, but not only that it's supposed e5, but in the future it can go to these cool squares after an f5 push. So it seems very solid. I just don't like the fact that black used almost 40 minutes, like 37 minutes to make this queen e8 move. And yeah. Now with the white pieces, d4 is probably not a good idea because of bishop d6, but maybe Dan's suggestion once again, e4 followed by some d4 idea or some f4 push later on. It's a very stuck position, so it's hard to suggest much. So far we have no updates on any board, so we'll just keep looking at the Giri versus Nepomniachtchi one. So, as far as I can tell, I think white is better, and I really like his chances. But as I said before, like if black finds a defense, then they can survive this game. I'll remind people of what Dan and I were betting. In game 1, I said it will be a draw. He said white wins. Oh no, he said if someone has a decisive result, and this was his suggestion. Game 2, once again I said it was a draw. He said white wins because he liked the way Dink played a3 before, like he suggested, and so on after knight a4. Game 3, I said it's either a draw or black's win because I had no choice. He took the option that I liked of white winning. And game number 4, he suggested a white win because I think rook ad1 was the option he liked on top of d4. So black is slightly passive, so I think once again I suggested a draw. So if all 4 games are a draw, then I'm betting correctly. What has become of me? I used to be such an enthusiast of the game, but I mean this tournament I was waiting for 2 years to watch, because unlike the World Championship there are 2 games played and 2 more games played. 4 overall. 8 players are playing a lot of games simultaneously, all of them the best in the world. They are incentivized to win a lot of games and take risks, so it's supposed to be a very high level event, and also much more interesting than the World Championship from my perspective. But today I just can't find I don't know, the inner energy to think along with the players. I feel a little bit impatient today, and I don't know. Board number 3. So this is probably where I would like to focus on, because here black is struggling, I would say, to survive, and for me as a practical player I would like to be able to find good moves here as white, and good defensive moves here for black. So probably it's a good idea if I'll try to concentrate here and invite the viewers to suggest moves for black. So yeah. The first one that comes to mind is d takes e4. Now bishop takes e4, for example. And then king, queen, in f8, king f8. And now this is just an intuitive move for no reason. Rook h7, I might be just losing now, but it's really hard to come up with a move for black. I don't know. I'm struggling. Let's see if people in the chat has any suggestion. Someone wrote "Welcome back" before you open the door.
Really? Yay! But he didn't. But it's 15 seconds behind. How is it possible? Maybe he wrote it to you. He just joined the stream and he wrote it to you.
No, but he wrote it before you opened the door, not before the 15 seconds later when you opened it on the stream.
So how is it possible?
I think he addressed it to me.
Yes, that's
the
what I'm
time
saying.
back to YouTube.
Yes.
After a while, yeah. Everything is pixelized.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're testing things out.
You first got me to seriously play chess with last world champ coverage.
Okay, what developments happened? What?
That's what Willpower is saying.
You moved the queen there. Why?
No clue.
No clue.
I mean, I do have a guess. If pawn takes, he wants to get this here. And he wants to threaten to take. And
No,
he
but
wants to
why did
protect
white
his-
move the queen there? And not to c2?
Because he wanted to also tangle the bishop to the b7 pawn on top of the things that you did with your move.
Hmm.
So black went here.
Yeah, but now he's being he can be attacked.
Yeah, now what do you think white should do?
Here in this situation?
As I tried to regain my ability to breathe, but not because of the corona.
Because of my smoking.
My running nose.
It's because of the corona. Oh man. If they look at this video and ask why I have corona, Chas v'charila. Don't know. But it's okay, man.
Seems like there's water coming from the fridge. How lovely. So, Queen C7. C takes D5 is what we mentioned. What can we say now? Do you have an idea?
I'm thinking.
Okay, I'm gonna let you do your thing.
What if I sacrifice f2? The pawn.
This one?
Yes.
Here?
Yes.
This is an exchange.
Yes, it's an exchange.
It opens up your king, my friend.
It opens up his king.
Not so much.
Why not?
Because if he plays something like this,
Oh yeah, then I'm screwed.
not necessarily screwed, but he closes.
I
the
always
position.
forget about the fact that the pawns can do that.
Yeah,
And then, and then block 2 pawns from my
just
attack.
get everything stuck.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that was a great move that I suggested, but
What did you suggest?
I know this response. But I mean, the logical move now for white should be something like probably to take. But also king here makes no sense.
I mean, his
This makes sense. Doesn't bring the king. Think later.
You're a think later type of guy. Okay.
Enjoy the king safety now.
Okay.
Safety first.
That's nice because you know what it opens up?
What?
Now it opens up the queen to b5.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not threatened by that pawn who's gonna... You're not even looking at the game, you're saying
No.
So why are you saying to me? So I continue talking?
Yes. I want you to have a reaction.
Okay. I want a genuine reaction.
I respect that.
Sorry, I read people very well. So
Yeah. I read chess positions.
now you did this with the king, so next position I can do queen b5. Check. And now I'm protected with the rook and I'm not threatened by that pawn.
That's the point.
Because I wanted to do that.
So you
but I
like
was-
my
I like
intuitive suggestion?
Yes, because I wanted to do queen b5, but I was too scared of the pawn.
Yeah. Here, and here. We can also reverse the order, but the problem here is that you lose your queen.
That's a big problem, man. It's a good thing picking that one up.
Yes.
You don't want to reverse the order. So that's what you suggest?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. I like this suggestion a lot. It opens up a
It's
lot.
probably a mistake, but
Why? And then what? Yeah, now it's open for black, honestly. But it opens up the queen to b5 for check,
Mhm.
which I really like, because it's a free pawn.
Yeah.
But that pawn on c3 is scary.
Some people asked me how many viewers are watching the candidates in general.
Hey, you're writing in Hebrew.
Yeah. And I'm very curious. I imagined in my head that because of the, situation in the world,
More people will be watching.
but no, I was wrong.
Man, people are out partying. I don't know what you're talking about. Where are you living? No, I'm kidding.
People are partying outside all day long.
Yeah. Then after one party, everybody in the party gets stuck in quarantine. So
Yeah. So, there is a stream where Magnus Carlsen himself is commentating.
Really?
And I imagine there will be like 40,000 people watching. Because normally they have like more
And how
than
many are
more than
watching?
10,000 people watching live. They have less than 9,000. But maybe he's not on stream right
But
now.
maybe it will go over 9,000! No, you don't know that meme? It's a DBZ reference.
Paris.
You haven't watched Dragon Ball.
Paris. I
Paris.
only use 70% of my skill.
Paris. First of all, it's Frieza.
Frieza, yeah. That's how they call him in Hebrew.
I know.
Frieza, yeah.
Yeah.
I will get my energy levels. I'm sensing energy. No, but why is it German in your accent?
Who?
In your imitation of Frieza?
First of all, I didn't imitate Frieza. I just imitated a shout because it's a meme.
Ah,
Written
it's a
mostly,
meme.
and it's Vegeta that said it.
Ah, but
You want to imitate Vegeta? I don't know. You imitated Frieza really badly, so.
I just remember that he was like so arrogant, like he gets to beat everyone and then they beat him somehow because they get angrier
Yeah.
and then he's like
They get stronger from
I
battles.
only use 40% of my powers and then he gets hit like crazy. No, this time I only use 40. It's like a kid, I don't know if they do it in English, but in Hebrew they have kids like playing a game.
Yeah.
Someone loses, he's too arrogant to accept it, and okay, now I'm
No,
playing for real.
Yeah. Well, I've seen it in a world championship of Warcraft 3. yeah, for real, man. This guy who was
Have you
playing.
participated or
No,
just watching?
obviously I watched because I'm not good enough. I'm good, but not.
Not invested enough in
No,
the
no,
game.
no, no.
I'm sure if you
Listen,
spend
I
time
will-
on Warcraft.
I will never be able to go pro in anything because I like spreading my hobbies on everything. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I don't like to take one thing and make it my main profession or my main activity.
I agree.
So I just decided to be good at what I'm good at and enjoy the game. Any game.
I completely agree. This is the way you should do it.
So he was writing on his stream. He lost the first match when he was the upper dog. And then he wrote on his Twitter account, okay, now we take things seriously. And then he just won the next matches.
But they're like millions of dollars, no, in stake.
Not in Warcraft, no.
It's Dota and stuff.
Dota and stuff, yeah. But that's a 5-man team. That's a different game. You need to coordinate with your team and be the best of your position. So it's a different level.
Mhm. You heard about the Dota AI?
I have.
Was it a sad day for you?
It was not, because eventually even the
As a
StarCraft
gamer.
AI eventually lost. And then once you learn how to beat the AI, even it will take another set, and you can always abuse many things as a human.
I think
I'm saying abuse because,
I think I read an article about it. Like they said, like I think it was against one of those. I don't remember if it was the StarCraft or the Dota, but against the AI, they just took some soldier and went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and somehow it exploited some glitch.
You can exploit glitches, but eventually, once any organism learns how to play its perfect game, it will usually stick to it, which will enable you to
Exploit it.
I don't know if exploit it, but create strategies that will break that perfect game type of
That's
scenario.
why poker is so difficult for computers.
Yeah.
Because it's an image-based game, and you have to, like in chess, you don't need the past results to determine the move that is correct. You can just look at a position, and I forgot how you say it in English, but
algorithms.
yeah, you run algorithms, and you just get the input. You can get an output from any present moment. But in those games, if I understand correctly, the past matters, and it makes it like multiplied by a lot of different options.
You need so many games. Just yourself with the machine that it will learn you enough times. It took the AI for StarCraft, which was the most advanced, and it actually beat all the pro players in the beginning. And it took that they ran it in a 200-year simulation. Okay?
On the Google servers or what? On like some huge
Some huge 200-year simulation
Worth
where they
of.
just play, where they just played StarCraft and learned the. So it needs so much time just with you, and you don't have that time. The machine has that time, and it can run it like that, but you don't.
Mhm.
That's why it can't. It needs to learn every single player individually over time.
Mhm. Oh, so do you think those kind of games that involve psychology would also be broke? I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I think the stock market can't be predicted by an algorithm, because it's 80% psychology, right? When you start hearing about a crisis,
Mhm.
even if it's not a global virus crisis, we're just talking about a small scale money crisis.
Mhm.
The second it hits the some sort of news, people start panicking a little bit. Maybe people start taking their money out, which causes the chain reaction.
Mhm.
So it's the psychology first.
Mhm.
Okay?
Psychology.
When you
first.
hear about a good company, people want to invest in it, which makes it a high valued company. All right?
But this is something you can teach to an algorithm.
What, human reaction in psychology?
In a way, if it repeats itself.
Over how many times and how long? I don't know. You can look at a few
They have
financial.
these companies nowadays that are trading with algorithms that are making
Yes, they are.
exploits.
They are making these exploits. It's all about computing power. It's about microsecond transactions. It's not a prediction of
Mhm.
a larger scale. It's seeing those little shifts and making high value trades. And by the way, the highest valued real estate marketplace is around Wall Street, and all that area is just computing power sitting there. People don't live there. It's computing power which is closest to Wall Street, basically, just to
Mhm.
run these algorithms the fastest, to get the information first.
Mhm. That's deep. Deep stuff.
Deep stuff. I mean, it's not. It's it's out there. I guess the information.
Yeah. So
I'm not inventing stuff. I'm repeating stuff. So
you know that there are AIs who play chess.
yeah, I keep
And I
losing
can-
to one all the time.
No, but not algorithms. AIs
What do you mean?
like AlphaZero. Have you heard of it? Like Google's
Mm-hmm.
DeepMind.
They call it Alpha Star in StarCraft, but yeah.
Yeah. So it taught itself without any human intervention. So it plays differently from the brute force chess engines, and we actually have access to it, and it plays very differently. And it's just new moves, and it brings us like some new options as players to train and to.
Can it win consistently against the top players?
Yeah.
The AI.
Yeah.
So top players can't beat it.
Never.
Never. There hasn't been a single top player who beat it.
No.
Are you serious?
I am.
Well, listen, man.
The difference between the world champion and this best program is probably larger than the difference between you and the world champion.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
In terms of level.
Because unlike StarCraft, where it's
Not rating, but level. Like level difference.
yeah, I understand. Because in StarCraft there's more variables, and here it's closed square, and inside here, if a machine has 200 years of experience, where it just gets better and better and better.
Yeah, I agree.
But the more squares you add, and by the way, my invention solves that. Okay, you put a machine with my cards to learn for 200 years. I guarantee you can still beat it. I guarantee you.
Well, first let's have the game
Just
come
because
out.
there's always that situational card that can save your ass.
You mean you can beat it with luck?
What do you mean luck? You
Like
came
in
up,
Yu-Gi-Oh, when you get the right card.
but it's not. I'm not saying you get the right. You were holding on to the right card, and the opportunity came. It
Uh-huh.
doesn't necessarily have to be you picked up the right card. You know.
So they can't prevent you from exploiting all the potential cards, and if they just fight
They have
against,
cards as well, by the way.
yeah, but if they fight against the cards that you don't have, then you get the opportunity.
Yeah,
like-
but you can as well because there's a set number of cards, and what you don't have, your opponent does. So you know exactly what's been used, and you know, so you can do your own predictions.
Mm-hmm.
But I am
Yeah.
saying that it creates a whole different game. You know.
Yes. By the way, I played this game a few times, and I don't know why, but the inventor here declared me as the world champion
Yes.
currently.
I will explain.
Yes, please.
Currently, I am Israel's champion. Okay, and you need to beat me 3 times, or best two out of 3, in order to become Israel's champion. Now you did that, but you're on a completely different level than I am. So I said, you know what? You can have the world champion title. That's
For now.
yours for now, unless somebody beats him 2 out of 3, right? And
In a game that wasn't officially
Released.
released.
yes,
Good luck with that.
yeah, you can find us underground.
Yes, and I'm in quarantine. Not really, but I am.
Yeah, are you really?
No, not really.
Bro,
I'm inviting 14 people here every day.
you know what? I'm glad to be the first.
No, exactly. But I'm in voluntary quarantine regardless to having any need to do so.
Haven't you
Solitary, not
been
quarantine,
at
solitary.
your parents?
Yes.
I'm finding loopholes in your story, man.
I'm not leaving the neighborhood.
Okay, I'm not leaving the neighborhood. Right.
Of Israel.
Of Israel, okay.
I'm out. No, I'm just,
Where's the mic so you can just drop it?
yeah. I'm just studying chess most of the day. And just going some places, you know.
Yeah, so that's not quarantine, but okay.
Solitary, the fortress of solitude, like Superman.
Yes, that was covered in glass or ice or whatever. Nobody entered and nobody was there besides him. He didn't leave and nobody came in.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a good example of
Okay, now I see. Okay, from now on, I have some water here under the fridge. I'll just surround myself with some more.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, so where were we?
Where were we?
Something about.
So let's check out the other games. Has something moved? What about game 4? Or what about our predictions?
Why did I say that I was in quarantine when I'm not, and that I'm in solitude? I was making a point.
A really bad one. So I
Agreed.
had to stop you.
Good luck beating me in the world championship in this game.
Right.
Because you can't reach
But I
me,
mean,
and you can't reach the
people
game.
from Israel can do it.
I mean, yeah, if they know you and they know me and they reach this place and they
Yes.
have a little time, like you have to come like below the window, like they did in the old days before the phones, and challenge me to a duel.
I'm willing to do this thing for you. I'm willing to make a set of cards just for you. So people can challenge you.
And if they win, they get them.
Exactly.
I pass it on,
You pass it on.
and it should have a bracelet,
A
To
bracelet, I mean,
involve.
just having the cards. But you have to...
like in poker. You
have
win
to-
a bracelet championship.
Yeah. But you have to accept at least a dual challenge at least X times a week or something like that.
X times out of X
A month.
times.
I don't
Then
know. Oh yeah, or...
if no one offers, I can't really.
True. X times
Well-
out of Y times, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, see, we're coming up with an underground concept.
Yes.
And
So.
by the way, I want to run the Bishbesh in the Malabiya,
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
right?
Yes.
And then when I'll do like a rev share with them, and if somebody comes, he wants to buy the game, he'll get free Malabi. And like I'll pay the difference to them,
Makes sense.
right?
Yes. This guy. He's wasting his time on this world championship.
I'm not, because I'm having
Cycle.
fun, and this is the point of life, man. Right? I enjoy what I do.
You can better the world with the Malabi.
Yes, I enjoy what I do, which is why I'm good at it. We saw a move. Was it a pawn? Was it a pawn? It was a pawn.
You don't know why I'm so excited, huh?
Why? Why? Because it was the one I suggested like years ago.
Yes, for you and
No, but you said let's save it.
I
right?
said
There
it
were a
was
few
blocking.
moves.
You know, I mean, you suggested it before the Stan move. Like here,
Yeah.
you suggested this, and I said no, it's blocking the bishop.
Right,
so
but then he
this,
saw. But then he
and
saw
then
that the
this.
bishop will be blocked, and then he's got the rook
He's got the
attacking.
rook
Yeah. So I mean, it's
This.
fine.
idea.
It's fine. Plus the bishop can.
I like this move. Now that Geshuk plays it, I value the move.
You value the move, huh? No, but you said wait a bit, and you see he waited.
Yeah.
He
I
waited
agree.
2 moves.
I agree.
Nice.
One move.
Oh, 1 move.
Two.
Yeah.
Movements.
2 exchange, 2 movements. Nice.
So, movement is move and moment.
Movement is move and moment.
That's
nice.
what I just realized. Vashiela Graf.
Movement is move in the moment. Nice.
So,
How much did we miss?
one move. Bishop this. Oh, 2. Oh, so bishop d6 was played. Now knight c3, knight d3.
Wait. When you do
Alright.
something like this, you need to go back and tell me what were we afraid of? What was like going on in each?
Just this knight is. So, there are 2 questions we
Yeah,
asked
right.
ourselves.
You said he's gonna take with the bishop. You suggested he would take with the bishop, right? And he took with the knight.
Yeah, and then he
Okay.
played this queen move to recapture with the knight and activate it. Black wants none of it, so the knight is not active. But black has no threat, so white asked himself which piece doesn't work. Clearly
knight.
the knight on the rim, which is dim.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, it's...
Can
I always confuse this sentence, I don't know.
Okay, now can he remove the bishop?
So now knight d3 attacks the queen,
Nice.
moves, knight c5 attacks the bishop, and now we predict that he will move the bishop here. That's what I expect
That's what
to
you
happen in
expect.
this situation.
Okay. Why?
Ah,
Hang on. Why like this and not?
interesting stuff.
I'll take the knight. I'm white now,
Yeah.
and you're attacked by the knight, right? I'll take the knight. Yes. I got the
No,
knight.
this is a check.
Which is a check? This is a check.
No, black is fine. If you want to play for an advantage, you need to keep the bishop alive. So we went. This is the last time we were here. I said he might take, but he didn't. He went back. White went here. Black went here. 92. He wants to occupy the outpost here. Bishop f3. This is a good idea because the white central pawns and also many other pawns are on this color. Then this bishop is restricted. So it's a good idea to exchange it. Also, this bishop can potentially attack these pawns as target. So exchanging the bishops is good for white. And now he played h4, attacking the queen. He plans to capture here and put the knight here later. So it's a very interesting
Why did
position
black bring his queen there?
to protect the bishop and attack the knight.
But like, isn't that pawn forward the most obvious move, which will just force the queen back?
Pawn where?
Pawn h3 to h4 after the queen comes. Yeah,
It is, but
and
you have
then
to keep in mind that he's allowing queen takes knight. And then he wants to take the bishop, and it's very complicated.
why is it very complicated?
Because it's an exchange that has some strategical values that are hard to
I mean,
evaluate.
look at where black's queen will be, surrounded.
Yeah.
Now you actually activated your white bishop,
Yeah.
right? You said before it's not active because of all the white pawns. Now you actually activate the bishop,
Yeah.
and you can start surrounding. right? You can move the bishop one square back and attack the rook.
Yeah.
I don't really mind this kind of trade,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that black will retreat, and he just wasted a move.
Yeah. He did.
We saw a queen move.
We predicted the queen move.
We even saw it live.
You saw it. You said it just a
Dude,
second.
this is
before
so
it did.
cool.
The queen moves. Can you sense the energy?
Yes, it's very cool.
Above 9,000.
It's now above 9,000. What about the stream of Carlos the Carlos? Carlos de Mangos?
Ah, Carlsen?
Again.
Magnus.
Magnus. Carlos
I watched
Magnus.
it earlier.
How many viewers does
he
he have?
came
Over
for
9,000 already?
No. But
We need to watch that as well because we want to see.
support.
We want to support, yes.
But you know, he just came in the beginning for a few moments. You
Hey,
see?
we're close. Look, if we invite our 5 viewers to watch his stream,
Yeah, we get them.
we get there.
Yes, watch Magnus Carlsen.
Yeah, it's exactly 9,000!
Yes, we did it.
I don't care about Corona!
Careful, I don't care.
Oh my god. Nice. Nice.
Crazy.
Okay,
Carlsen is out.
he's out. And he went under 9,000. But we saw
He's still
exactly 9,000.
there. Maybe we could put subtitles on his speaking.
I don't think so. It will be too much.
Yes.
Go back to... No, not this. Go back to the other one. Yes. Yes.
And this is us.
Right. We want to see the lag. And the subtitles.
Yeah. Let's just read out loud the subtitles of our own
I don't know.
speech.
It's way too weird. And besides, it's like 15 seconds before, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, we have a move here. So queen b1, queen c7 is where we last stopped, and he played queen d3, which is a move I did not think of.
It's a good one.
It's a very
attacking.
cool one, because
Yes.
after queen c4 I think he is preparing this trap. Maybe.
Ooh, I don't know. Okay, so you take the queen, you trade the rooks. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, I can't stop the pawn.
Wait, yes you can. No? Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, but
Wait, after queen c4 he probably wants
you need to use that bishop to check after.
found it. You want to take here. Now if you take, I'm not taking your rook, I'm giving a check. And then I take.
Nice.
And if you take here,
See, I would take the rook,
I'm
obviously,
giving a check here.
and I take the queen. Very nice.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a really strong move. Do you think he's gonna do it?
No, he's not gonna fall for it. He will play something else.
Oh, why? What requires?
No, queen c4 is probably losing, but he won't fall for it.
Oh, why would he do it though? Why did you say he would do it?
I didn't say he would do it. I said I'm curious what is the point after queen takes c4. Why did he allow it? And now he found it.
Hmm.
Now it's very
I
complicated.
see.
Very hard to make a move for white. I mean for black, sorry. I'm starting to be a little bit tired, and I don't feel like we have too many viewers today. I don't know why, but probably because there are other more attractive streams and we have some technical issues. Plus, I scheduled some lesson later on, so I think it's a good idea that we do, let's say, 25 more minutes, and then instead of taking a break, we'll just wrap it up for the day and continue with more stuff tomorrow with a new guest. So
Somebody who actually knows chess better, right? Who do you have tomorrow?
tomorrow I think someone who's almost an international master. So yeah.
to it.
who also happens to be a coacher.
A life coacher?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So now after queen d3. By the way, if we had 11 viewers who are all very focused and involved in the stream, I would stay. But I feel like,
Can I tell you something? With the 15-second delay you have, it's
Yeah.
impossible. Because unless it's real time that you can ask a
Respond.
question and get a response, it's not worth it.
makes sense.
I don't even remember what we talked about 15 seconds ago, you know?
Yeah. So people.
Why do you have this delay?
It's not me. It's like all everywhere when you stream.
Mm.
But I would guess that it allows people, or just takes time for it to send to the YouTube server, and from the YouTube server to the people. I don't know. Of course, it makes sense to have it live. That's how it's called.
Yeah.
There are cases when words don't do what they actually mean.
It's
So-
not the words that don't do it.
The people?
No, it's the technology, man.
No, I mean that people use words in a way that is different from the meaning of the word.
Yeah.
So I have some examples in Hebrew, but I will come up with something on English later on. Sure of it.
What's the situation with game number 1? Was it 1 that he moved the queen?
One.
1. Corona.
Okay.
No, it wasn't 1.
He didn't play my move. He played with the bishop here, not here. So we went.
He wants to keep that lane.
Yeah. Dingley ran.
Okay.
He didn't take the bishop like you suggested. He played queen d1, so he attacked the bishop and took
And-
back with the queen.
Okay.
So I like white's chances.
Yeah.
But it's probably not much better for white because of this pawn being weak. Black is extremely solid. So moving on, Giri against Nepomniachtchi. It's not so easy to make a move. Jan is thinking, and they're both approaching time pressure very soon. And Grishuk against Alexienko. He's following the idea we mentioned earlier. Bishop d6 was played, and now knight h4, planning to push f4 later. White seems to be better in this position. So the most interesting one for me is this after queen d3, where black really needs to find an idea. And the position is completely crazy. So you know what I would do.
In a crazy situation.
Let,
Ala Babala.
let you suggest a move.
Oh, you want me to suggest a move for black?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. At least try.
Oh man.
I saw a commercial where they say that I think it was a brilliant commercial. This is another one. When they give you this a move? What a move.
What a move. I was to be honest, I was gonna suggest this. I don't know if it was good or not.
Yes.
But obviously it was not as good as this move.
So we have a snack in Israel called kif-kef. And kif means to high five.
Yes.
So they wrote a commercial when they showed the logo and just write kef, like as if they changed the name, because kif is forbidden now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was it the commercial actually?
Yeah, it's an actual
Running now.
Yeah.
Nice. Very creative.
Yeah.
So, what's the point of this move? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Does he want white to take his other pawn instead? That's the. Or does he just want to attack the pawn? So he's like, okay, now I have to decide what to do.
Wow, this is a very creative move. He basically just wants to push this guy.
Okay.
So he's telling this guy very politely, move, pawn, get out the way. I like it with the word bish,
Okay. He wants to move.
I wanted to offer you, but then I realized not only that I'm touching this, but you're also not eating dairy.
True. But let's stick with the. I'm touching this.
Yeah. Can't touch this.
I mean, edibles. I would. I don't know anymore, but who knows, right?
Very complicated now. Just like before. It was also a pun because before was this move. See?
Mm.
Very complicated, just like before.
Oh, before. Okay, now we need to suggest a move for white because it's a difficult one.
Yeah.
I didn't even see this move.
I admit I didn't see it either. Nepomniachtchi is a very creative player, and he, as you can see, is also a very aggressive one. I mean, he found.
I mean, I could.
Now, after
I
seeing
could
this move,
take and move forward.
after having seen this move, I think this was a mistake. Like intuitively judging this move and this position.
This move was amazing. If we're right.
Yeah.
But okay, if I take and move forward.
Take
One,
and I
two.
go here and I go queen. Just check.
Oh yeah. I can't do that.
Yes. Look at my pawn. My pawn is amazing.
Okay. What if I just take the pawn?
Which this guy?
Yeah.
These are beasts.
Uh-huh.
And black is a pawn up. And they have an amazing sensor. And out of danger. So, yeah, white seems to be in trouble. Maybe queen takes d5 could be a potential solution, but after c2, once again, you're caught in the same problem. Because
Yes.
king g2, woohoo!
Yeah, you can't take that.
Yeah, b5 is terribly strong, and I think white missed it when he played his recent move. So, let's see, Caruana. After bishop a2, he's still thinking. He's leading by a lot of time on the clock, but he finally took some time to think. He had, on move 27, he had like an hour, so this is a lot. Especially in this tournament. And people seem to think for a really long time. Black played h5, so it's looking good for black from positional point of view. Giri is in trouble. Krishuk, he's fine. He's playing for a win with white. I'm curious, like if the idea, like when I saw the first move here before you arrived, maybe someone was just trolling, like some, you know, like in football when the, you know, there's this naked person who runs into the field. So a naked person runs, especially now in these times, into the board and like puts this move on the board and runs away. Or he brings a pawn from home and puts it there. And yeah, that's gotta be an interesting way to make chess a little bit more popular. So b5. Your prediction is that white wins. I took both other scores and now suddenly I like my Vig.
You're missing something. You wouldn't have put that queen there.
You're still rooting. You're a true.
Listen, you wouldn't have put his
fan.
queen there. I'm telling you, you're missing something very, very important here.
Yeah.
Very, very important.
Very, very. Someone is riding queen d5.
Yeah, but queen d5.
I mean, this is an only move here, not to lose.
And then
Then I thought I attack. Well, your rook is in trouble. And another... Yeah, I'm not sure. This is very complicated. Oh, maybe bishop f5. Protect. Makes sense. But here white has some chances. So here, this is the best I've come up with so far. Yes, the same person is writing it, but I don't know how to read their name. It's in Greek. Do you want me to try?
Yes. Break the ice with this guy.
Theodore. Wait.
Open it here.
It's in Russian, I think. Theodore. No.
Oh yeah, no.
Let me see something.
This is Russian, man.
Yeah. So let's see. Oh, they played a move. It took this pawn, so he allowed bit takes c4, which seems really bad for white. So he's accepting his fate. He says he's from Bulgaria. Theodore. No.
Yeah, but
Toshov. I don't know how to read Russian.
He has some potential attacks, like he can go. Now that his queen is on black, he can go here and attack the king.
Mm-hmm.
And continue pressure in case stuff comes. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up.
It's a good idea. B takes c4, he said check. Okay, I can move somewhere. The problem is that black
I don't know if
shielded by all of this.
I don't know if this is the best play, because then queen just
Yeah. I move. King is relatively safe and the pawns are extremely strong. So after queen takes c3, b takes c4, I think is good. I don't see any reason not to play it or think of something else. Let's move on, see if anyone is playing. So bishop g4 was played here. A typical move, provoking f3 and moving back. Here is thinking for a while as black, but Corona is definitely the one playing for a win. And in this position, queen f5 was played, which is a very interesting suggestion to exchange queens. So in the fantasy,
does black wanna
maybe it's not too late
queens?
to play the fantasy game.
Does black wanna exchange queens?
Yeah, I can send you the link after. But the point is that you have to pick a player who you get a point for stuff in general, but here you get a point in that section I want to mention for any queen or rook exchange.
Mm-hmm.
And the player I picked is this guy. So every time if they exchange queens, I get 1 point. If they exchange rooks, I get 1 point.
Nice.
Because he's very solid, so I imagine he likes to exchange queens all the time. And look at this. He always generates such positions.
I mean, as black, do you always want to exchange queens?
No. Depends on the position on the player. So he did have an idea. He took and then he played e4. He wants to get rid of this.
He wants to break it.
I like this or this, but I don't know what the laws and moralities allow these players to do in such positions.
The laws of morality?
The laws and moralities here.
Why?
Because this position is so complicated. I don't know if they can just come up with a move intuitively and make it. But on the there's always this annoyance that you can just. I mean, I don't mean moralities. I mean their time management situation. Like they're under pressure to play quickly, but at the same time, this is so important, so they don't want to mess up.
Yeah, but that's fine.
So,
I mean, I don't know. Like if you protect here,
yeah.
Then what's wrong with this? I don't know. Again, I'm doing intuitively, and you find the loopholes if you do.
Yeah.
But
so bishop goes here, rook here.
yes. Can you steal castle?
You didn't know, huh?
Wow, nice.
I hope you doesn't mind.
Nice, okay. Yeah, this is difficult then.
I hope she doesn't mind. Yeah, this whole game is...
But if he can't, let's say he can't castle. Let's say he
this
can't.
is the World Championship candidates.
No, but I'm just, I'm asking you to try to find a loophole in my move
Mhm.
in case he can't castle. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, what was that?
I don't know.
Right, but it's a good move for bishop e6 if he can't castle.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to offer something for the opponent. I don't like white that much anymore.
אגב, תשקול לבטל את הסטרימים שלך, תהיה קצת אחראי, במיוחד בתקופה הזאת אולי. עם הזמנת האנשים. סבבה? תחשוב על זה.
Anyone who knows Hebrew in the chat is welcome to express their opinion.
I agree. האם אתם חושבים שזה אחראי מצידו של טל? לא להזמין אנשים בזמן שהוא לא מרגיש כל כך טוב? בתקופה זו?
מרגיש מעולה.
אתה בטוח בזה?
כן.
אתה לא נראה כל כך טוב.
אני פשוט לא ישנתי בלילה.
אוקיי. וכל הטישויים וכל הזה. בסדר.
It's my whole life.
Okay.
But I agree. I agree with you.
Right? I mean, others might accept it differently than I.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all I'm saying.
I agree.
As you see, I haven't ran away.
You haven't been wrong
where-
since you came here, so...
What do you mean? Of course I have.
Only about the draw here.
The draw, why?
On board 2. So
On
here
board two?
after e4, I want to check for a move. Bishop e6 is suggested by Theodore. So Bishop e6.
He played it?
No, I made it.
Ah, you made it.
You are not gonna witness a bishop move anytime soon. Maybe in the next minute, but not so quickly. So he's thinking, yes, 23.5 minutes. Approaching time pressure. They get some time increment on move 40 after they make move 40. So effectively it has like 2 minutes per move. So this makes sense, this makes a bit less sense. Castling is always fun. Taking here is probably a mistake, because if I take, he won't be able to castle. Also have these kind of ideas. Bishop e6. Another option is bishop e7 as mentioned, and
What about whose move? Black?
yeah,
Now it's black?
indeed.
What about that pawn you're pressing? Just one step forward.
It's a good move, but I could take here.
Right.
If I couldn't take here, it would have been a winning move.
Oh, that's why you need the bishop first.
Now you're threatening this, so I have to take, and then something like this. It becomes a little bit tricky. So white is on the defense, but he found this really nice move. No update on the other lines. Okay, so let's stay here.
So white found a nice move.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, another pawn move. He took it. I thought
took it.
I said it probably will be a mistake, but
And now bishop will take,
I don't know
right? Now he has two pawns on the same
why.
lane, and bishop will take to prevent the castle. And now you can move the rook to h6. Yes.
The problem with this move is that maybe I can go here. and I'm pinning your bishop, and I'm pinning it twice, both on the diagonal and on the file.
Why do I care? If it's already pinned, then it's pinned.
Yeah, it's just cool. So you lose the bishop. So I don't think this works. So I'm really curious what White wants to play here. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I think we have one more look at all the other games and then we can wrap up for the day. Theodore says it's a bad move, d takes c4. Someone asked before it was played, Stan, our brilliant guy, yes, isn't d takes c4 winning because of the pin after this? Before it was played. And then the other guy said, no, it's bad move. And he didn't explain why. So Theodore, please explain. We move on to board number 1. We have one quick update. Should I say slow update? Rook e8. Queen d2 was played to get out of the pin. Dingley Ren versus Wang Hao. Nothing happened for the past couple of minutes. Black is thinking for 9 minutes already, and he keeps thinking, and I don't know, probably he realizes that he is being under pressure and he really doesn't want to lose this game.
I said white here?
Yeah.
Nice.
And yeah, here nothing happened for a while. Grishuk loves his time pressure. Look, here he had 36 minutes. Now he has been thinking for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes already and still hasn't made a move. And it's not like the guy attacks your rook. Come on, just move it. Nobody cares. I wouldn't think so much. But he's probably calculating some deep line is in his head all the way until move 40. So, yeah. So, let's see one more move here from White. Evaluate it and then we will enjoy the everlasting fame that we have created today.
You tell me the results and how many of
I
how
will
many
send
I
you the
hit.
games.
How many of how many? No, but
With
don't
the
send me
results.
the games in your normal way. You send me your games. I don't know how to read that shit.
I'll send you maybe a link to this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Too
So
complex for me, man.
I'll tell you the results. Don't you worry. I'll tell you where you beat me. That's what you want to know.
I know I beat you everywhere. Just want to know the results. And,
Except at your own game.
Instead of my own game, yeah.
While he's thinking, yeah. Someone saying in the chat, not in our chat, but in the chat on Chezz, it's a dead even position. I'm guessing those who say it or say it's a draw are watching with an engine and see the evaluation. So I don't know what to suggest. Yeah, it's really weird. You do it.
I don't. How can I do it? If they say it's a dead even position,
Maybe a rook move.
my rook is the Alababala move.
I
Black.
think white will not find.
But once the rook moves
The
the
proper
the
defense.
black castles, then it's not.
Probably this is what he should play. I see someone suggesting it in the chat, but this endgame doesn't feel anything like equal. It feels like black has a pawn up and these pawns together are very strong. So we await one more move between Gear and Grishuk.
Ah!
No,
Ah, no.
it was me.
I thought we would get to see our first.
Oh,
piece.
they are above 9,000.
Yay! See?
On the other website, by the way, they have Anand. Have you heard of him? Vishwanathan Anand. He was a world champion for a long period of time.
Don't know.
I'm looking to see.
Dun, 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 dun.
People are suggesting to play against me. So oh, we've had some update in one other board while we wait. This one, they made some exchanges. We almost caught it. Like a rare beast. With the rook e8, queen d2. Black played knight c4 and forced the exchange of knights. Now he's attacking the queen. Probably will exchange rooks after. Seems very close to equality. And in the board 2, between Ding Liren and Wang Hao, they did exchange queens. Rook a d8 was played, takes. And now white is thinking. Board number 4. He's not playing forever now. Wow, he's thinking for 25 minutes. Man, I don't know what to do. Stop!
So? What's up?
Yeah, I don't know. This position is not that complicated, but here I'm waiting for an update.
Might be a while, man.
He only has 21 minutes and he doesn't like time pressure like the other guy, Grishuk. Seems like a good position for black.
What about this? This is again. I'm just trying out stuff. Yes,
You know about en passant?
I do. Take it.
I have to do this.
Okay, and then okay, the queen.
Yeah.
But then it's yeah.
To take here.
Yes.
Then you have to take this.
Okay.
You want to take with the bishop?
Yes.
Probably a castle.
Castle.
Oh, but then you give a check and take my pawn on c4.
How?
Check.
Castle. Oh, okay. Yeah. Check.
Okay, a move was played.
Move was played.
Rook h4, attacking the pawn. So, evaluate. White is still winning? I mean...
That's a good move, man. Right?
Mhm.
Now that pawn is stuck.
Yeah.
If it moves, then I mean it's gonna get taken.
Yeah.
Either it needs to be protected, but then that leaves a weak point there.
Yeah,
And if the queen moves, then yeah. What do you think?
I agree.
Yay! Finally, the rook came into play, man.
I vote for both other results. I'm leaning towards black to win.
Here?
Yeah. So that's been quite a lot of commentary for the day, but half of what it's gonna be in some other days when the games are more interesting and we have a little bit more.
I think there was more
Inspiration.
commentary about life
Yes.
than about chess.
But that's why we're here. We enjoy
Yeah.
sharing our different fields of interest, and chess happens to be one of them. So we hope that we will be correct in our bets. We'll probably mention it at some point, maybe before the stream starts tomorrow, 10 minutes to 1, with a new guest. So
I just got a nice new idea.
What was it?
Some sort of streaming platform where you can do shared streaming, but each one from his own home, which is especially good for now.
Yeah, I agree. So this has been my friend Dan.
Thank you
Future
for having
2000
me.
player, very soon, hopefully.
I don't know. Man.
Um,
If there's rating in Chishmat, man, yeah,
yeah,
maybe.
and even though I'm very tired today, had some issues to sleep well, was excited for this tournament probably. I'm still going to stream here every day, and from tomorrow hope to do the entire round and to be much more energetic and having fun. Yeah.
No, I just want to see it after
So-
the 15-second delay and the pixels that happen.
Yes. So thanks a lot everyone for watching.
Hey, it recorded me and it said my idea. You saw? In the subtitles.
Yeah. Now YouTube is stealing it.
That's fine, man. It's a
Yeah,
good idea.
it's been like 15 seconds or more.
It's a good idea, but it's all about execution anyway. So.
Yes. So once again, thank you all very much for staying here with us, and it will only get better by the days as we gain experience and get back to our English and so on. And
And I won't be here.
and the games also will be much more interesting as people will be pressured to take more risks to play for first. So thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next videos.